small, was singing to whom they were in thrall. They couldn't forget Carcosa, the black stars in the sky, where twin suns linked in men's shadows as they pass on by. Their teeth did they gnash, their voices did they bellow, and their sanity melted away, all before the king in yellow.
You guys finished your cataloging of the McAllister building finally. You discovered a host of new clues, but probably the most notable thing was an ancient grimoire called the Hygromantea. After which you turned over most of the unnatural items to a green box owned by Agent Marcus, and you shuttled the mundane evidence through its proper channels at the FBI. Reagan ran by Madison Square Park in an attempt to find a building that was drawn on some road atlases with like a cursive B, only to find an empty lot where the building was supposed to be. Meanwhile, Levsner continued making papier-mâché tigers with his son Danny, and Harold researched the Hygromantea at the New York Public Library, discovering that it is a progenitor of hundreds, if not thousands, of grimoires since its publication in the 1400s. Vigo, hoping to make up for lost time at work, decided to head to March Technologies in Manhattan, only to discover that his blood test was positive for Ancestry A, which was this nebulous genetic strain that he and Riley were making PCR kits for. Which procced a sanity save against helplessness. So first things first. Last session you mentioned, Ryan, that you wanted to head to the green box with Danny. Which...
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's one of the, like, I gotta do this one thing. Just look the other way, please.
Yeah, which I loved. It's so messy, and I love it. But first things first, right? There are a couple things that you could potentially bring to the green box. There are the tapes that you went through with Thomas Manuel. And I wanted to remind you of something else that you grabbed from Manuel's apartment that you haven't looked at yet. You don't have to, but it is something that you would theoretically have to surrender as well. You found the play, The King in Yellow, in Thomas Manuel's apartment.
Oh, yes.
It was it was like a manuscript that looks like it was once enclosed in like a red leather book of some kind.
Was that the one I was translating? No, I was translating A Horse by Degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, Horse by Degrees, you've translated the table of contents so far.
Yeah. Did I... Hold on, I'm trying to look through... Wait, can I search in Notion? I don't know how Notion actually works. I'm trying to figure out what the contents of the play was.
You don't know. You have not read it at all.
Oh.
You just open it up. You saw it was called The King in Yellow. And it looks like past the title page, like without fully opening it, there's just like a dramatis personae. Like they're going to be characters listed, and then the play is going to begin.
Is it in English, or would I need to translate it? I'm assuming I need to translate it.
Looks like it's in English.
Oh, okay. Well, how thick is the book? How thick is the play?
Not at all. It looks to be like less than 100 pages.
Okay. And we have to return it by tonight?
It's up to you. The protocol for Delta Green is anything unnatural needs to be put in a green box. So
I am going to just take note of all the characters, and like if there's a, I don't know when this was written, but like similar to like the summary of it in the front flap of the page, or maybe read like the first 10 pages and the last 10 pages of the play.
Okay. You open it up, You see the dramatis personae includes characters such as Princess Camilla, the Queen Casilda, the priest Neotalba, the princes Uot and Thale, a character called Aldonis, the Last King, a character called the Stranger, a character called the Child, a character called the Clown,
Fucker.
a character called the Phantom of Truth, and a character called the King in Yellow.
Oh,
And I'm gonna put these in chat so you can write these down in their correct spelling because it's a bunch of weird names.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, wait, I haven't ever launched the game. Launch the game. I think after seeing the clown character, I won't read the first and last pages, but no, maybe I'll still read the last page, but I'll skim through for references of the clown. Like maybe 30 minutes of just skimming to see what mentions the clown, what he's doing, etc.
Okay. So you begin on the first. You said you're just starting on the first page and reading until you hit the clown. At any point.
Yeah.
It begins with a single sentence spoken by the Princess Camilla. The dialogue says, "There was once a king in Carcosa, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies." And as you begin to really focus on this story and begin to read through, I'm going to have you read a short little passage for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to send this to you over Discord, so it's a little bit more private. And I'll have you read Casilda's monologue, which is like the bottom part that's like a bunch of lines, one after the other.
Okay. Along the shore, cloud waves break, the twin suns sink beneath the lake. The shadows lengthen in Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies. But stranger still is lost Carcosa. Songs that the Hyades shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king, must die unheard in dim Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung, as tears unshed shall dry and die in lost Carcosa.
Great. And the story itself is difficult to follow.
Mm-hmm.
The language is archaic and filled with these like obtuse double entendres that you don't seem to understand. The play, insofar as you're reading it, appears to concern the final days of a royal dynasty of a place called Yatil.
Mm-hmm.
That's in a country or a city known as Carcosa. It deals with the arrival of a stranger at the bidding of the priest Neotalba, a masked ball,
Ooh.
and finally the disastrous arrival of a king in yellow. And the plot scratches the inside of your head, and while you're reading, you sort of absent-mindedly wipe away blood running from your nose. The play reaches its climax during a masquerade. The princess Camilla approaches the stranger and says, "You, sir, should unmask." The stranger behind the mask responds, "Indeed?" Queen Casilda walks up to the both of them and says, "Indeed, it's time. We all have laid aside disguise but you." The stranger's head cocks at a strange angle, and he says, "I wear no mask." Princess Camilla and Casilda, both their names are above the dialogue, say, "No mask? No mask!" Then you turn, and Act 2 begins. It's even less intelligible than the first, yet twice as horrible. And as you read it, because at this point, you've forgotten about your desire to even like find the clown. You're just like reading the story from start to finish, like in an automatic fashion. Your vision begins to blur as you read. And your hands, no, your entire body is now shaking as though caught in the throes of a seizure. And I'll have you give me a sanity roll.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, I'm alive.
Okay. You're just going to take 1 point of sanity loss. And you can increase your unnatural score by 5%.
Unnatural. I didn't know I had that. What the heck?
That's like the Cthulhu Mythos score equivalent in this game. And I'm going to start this next part with a little bit of a non sequitur here. You struggle to remember how you got here. Maybe it was after you read that play. What was written in it? What was said? You don't remember. You only remember that there was a sign. A yellow sign. You saw it once in Abigail's apartment, but now you see it all the time. You see it even here. In this filthy restroom mirror. You see it emerging from condensation scratched on the glass. Upon seeing it again, a feeling surfaces within you. Your face does not feel like your face. It's as though your true self is being buried. Or perhaps like something else is being extracted from within you. You try to shake the thought away, but it remains the same. Is this face really yours, or is it just a mask? You look down. You see your hand. Your right hand appears to be bloody, cut by shards of glass. And I'll have you make a sanity roll again as you realize it appears like you have lost time.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just had the 81 and then I had to decrease it to 80. That fucking blows.
Okay, so just decrease it by 1. It's not a huge loss. You look around you and you just see dirty bathroom stalls, and it looks like you're somehow now inside of a truck stop bathroom.
I don't like that. I check my watch or my phone for the time.
It is currently 11:32 at night, nearly 4 hours later.
I was supposed to be with Danny, so I'm fucking hopping in my car, bleeding. I'm fucking. Do I have the book with me or no?
You don't see it around.
I'm gonna. Well, first I'm gonna figure out where I am. I go outside. What's the truck stop say? And where is it? Do I know where this thing is?
Yeah, so you walk outside. As you leave, there's just like this pungent, disgusting smell of urine that you leave. And you walk outside into a parking lot beside what would be a busy highway, but at this time of night, there's just like the very occasional car that passes by. Trees on the side of the road. Like I said, appears to be night, and you only see one other person around. It's a man that appears to be leaning against one of the street lamps by the highway. You don't see any cars in the parking lot.
Not my car. I don't have a car.
You don't find a car.
Yeah.
And the street lamps are flickering above. And you see this figure is wearing like a long trench coat
Do
with
I
a
have my
filthy
gun on me?
fedora. You don't.
Do you have like, my gun on me? Fuck! Oh, I was gonna open. I was gonna open fire. Wait, what if I have my ankle pistol? Do I have my ankle backup revolver? I'll walk
The only
towards.
thing you have on you, which is interesting, the only thing you have on you is your flashlight. It's like this really heavy, like metal flashlight, like they used to have in the old days.
A good old D-cell whack your head over the head.
Yes.
Flashlight.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
I will have that in my hand, but aggressively walk over to the guy.
Okay.
And I was like, and I point at him, and he's like, "You did this. Where am I?"
This figure who steps out from the darkness, the light above him goes out as soon as you get close to him. Like I said, long trench coat with a filthy fedora that looks like it was taken from like a garbage dump. It's like decades old. And as you get closer, you see this figure's head is illuminated by a lighter's flame as he lights a cigarette and smokes it, and you see it looks grotesquely deformed. Like his skin is almost this like bluish purple, like someone who was strangled to death and then left to die, and there's like some putrefaction process that went on. And as you recognize this figure from one of Thomas Manuel's paintings, I'm gonna have you make another sanity roll.
Brother, relax.
I know.
Watch, it's gonna be like 80 now. Now that it's 79. Okay, no, we're good.
Okay, no loss. This is what this figure looks like to you.
Oh wait, I clicked out by mistake. Can you replay it?
Yeah.
Mr. Wild.
I'll reveal him on the board. And he says, there's a very like smoker's voice almost. Have we met before? I swear you look familiar.
Don't play dumb with me. How did this happen? I was reading the book and now I'm here. It's been 4 hours.
Seems like we're going to the same place, you and me.
And where's that?
To the masquerade.
Is he wearing a mask, or did you say that's just his face?
That just looks to be his face. It's disgusting. And you see there's this like, looks to be like a stray cat, pitiful. It almost looks to be like maybe dying. It's just like making like these noises, like it's certainly not healthy, that he sort of like picks up off the ground and he's like petting it. What's your name?
I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm not going anywhere with you. I need to get home. Tell me how this happened, and we'll be on our way.
What do you want to know? I don't trade information for free. And he takes out this like ratty leather notebook in his pocket, and he takes out a pen.
Where do I know where I am in New York?
Oh, good question. Give me a navigation roll.
All these rolls that I never knew existed.
Navigate. That's what it's called.
Oh, 10% chance? Yeah, fucking right. Oh, yo!
I'm gonna say the following. You look up, you see black stars, and you occasionally feel like this this wind that keeps hitting you in the face that's cold and damp. So you're just thrown off by all these different sensory things that are going on, and you have no idea what rest stop this is.
Hold on. I'm looking for information to trade. 1 second.
In the meantime, he's like, the name is Wild, by the way. I'm the repairer of reputations.
And why are you here, Mr. Wild? In the middle of a rest stop that, for some reason, there are no cars, no people, just me that doesn't remember how we got here. Seems like you set up the people that whose reputation you're trying to repair. Some stunt.
You give me too much credit, kid. I'm trapped in this just like the rest of you. I'm just trying to serve the true king, my king, as I know how.
And who's that? Let me guess. Information for information?
That's right. You got any?
What kind of information are you looking for?
Anything. About you, about the king, about this place. He takes out his notebook and he starts writing a few things on it, and he's like, I think you've got something interesting for me.
I've been through a lot of shit the past couple days, so if you want to specify, maybe we can help each other out and I can get out of here.
How the hell am I supposed to know what you know and what you don't?
You just insinuated that you knew exactly what you were looking for. Best I got.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I just know you got something. So either you share that something with me, or I'll see you further on down the road.
There's a bookshop, one that disappears in downtown New York, owned by a Robert R. Robert. Seems to have books, supernatural books.
He's writing furiously down as you're saying this. New York City.
Yeah, I tell him where it is. I don't know where it is in New York City.
What year?
My eyes narrowed that. Information first.
Fine, which millennium?
I'm gonna say, where are we? 1995.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 1995, Roman Catholic time. Because this guy fucking just asked what millennium. He's been around for fucking a while.
Very good. I'll tell you what you want to know. Everything is in the play. The one you read that brought you here, the play is everything. That's where the king's pronouncements are kept. The yellow sign, that's his sigil. And his breathing starts to get labored as he's talking, like this is something emotional or that he's passionate about.
The Yellow King. The King in Yellow, I mean.
Yeah. He calls to people
to certain families, to places, to times, and he draws them all together under his rule.
For what?
To make
To what
them
end?
part of Carcosa. They're seized like flies in his web and pulled ever towards him at the center of things. The ambition of Caesar and of Napoleon pales before that, which seized the minds of men and controlled even their unborn thoughts. That's the king. He's divine. Truly divine.
Hmm. How long have you been alive? Been wandering this realm of existence. You're obviously not like me, a human. What's your purpose in all this?
Flies in a web. There are those that get stuck, and those that want to be stuck, because it brings them closer to the light, to his light, the king's. That's me. And I do as many favors as I can to folks trying to get closer to him. So if you need your reputation repaired, I know people, and I know things, and I know times, and I know places.
So how do I contact you? You appear.
He hands you a business card. It appears to be. He sorts through his wallet, and there appear to be business cards from like different decades and different styles. And he hands you one that looks like it was made from the 1990s, and it says, "Keys, Norrell, Ingalls, and Grant, attorneys at law."
Nice.
And as he does so, all of a sudden he becomes illuminated in this like blindingly white light, and you hear a and you look over, and there's this like massive like 18-wheeler that's barreling right towards you.
Nice.
You move out of the way, and as you turn, you see cars in the parking lot. You see trucks
what
coming
the
to a
fuck?
stop. You see the lights are no longer flickering. And you see your car parked next to one of the gas station pumps.
I check my watch again. Has any more time passed?
No time has passed at all. 11:32.
But it's still 4 hours from when I started. Okay, I'm gonna fucking take my car and speed on home.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, we're gonna cut to Vigo. At this exact moment in your lab, you discover the results of the test. You're A positive, according to this PCR kit that you and Riley have prepared. What do you do?
I think I'm gonna go just sit down at my desk and just like kind of consider what this means, but I'd probably like destroy the test and just hide it because I don't know, this would be like a little alarming, and I don't think he'd be ready to share this with anyone yet. So he's just gonna compose himself, maybe go and just doodle at his desk or something like that before he, maybe goes back to finishing up in the lab. Because I think it was like late at night. I think he was think it was there.
As soon as you destroy the test and put it in the waste bin, you hear the door open to the lab. And you hear the clack of high heels coming towards you. Do you do anything, or do you let them sort of find you?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to approach, and until we make like eye contact to say hi. I'm not gonna shout out.
Yeah, you wait, and within a moment or two, you see Riley turning the corner. She's scared for a moment. She's like, "Oh shit, sorry, I didn't know you were gonna be in this late." What are you doing
Hello,
here?
Riley. I know it is a little alarming since I haven't been in very much, but I had some free time and I felt like just getting some work done here. I've been a little absent, so it's been good. I've just been enjoying the peace of the lab to myself.
Okay, well, I hope you know that you don't have to come in so late.
My schedule has been so crazy that this just is the only time I could fit in, and I was really itching to get some work done. I couldn't sleep, so I just. What are you doing here at this hour?
Well, truth be told, I got a late night call from the board. They are shifting our approach to this pretty drastically, and I was just going to update some things. I guess the contracts with the universities have been voided, and the government, it's going to be a federal contract, is closing in on this. I think they want exclusive applications and uses of it.
I see.
But they're paying a hefty price. I think the board seem very excited. So you should be proud. This is all your work, not mine.
Well, it's been a group effort. Can't take all the credit.
And she starts to go to work. She's like writing some stuff down. She's like mainly going through like 1990s like very, very early email, and like grouping some people together, taking certain people out of privileged conversations, and like changing things up now that some of these university contacts are being excluded from this PCR kit. Would you like to stay with her and help her, or would you just like to leave now that she's here?
No, I think you would stay and just give her a hand with this, and be curious in what this means for the going forward in the future. Do you get an inkling of what like department of the government this is? Like,
she did not say, but you could certainly ask her.
yeah, what who in the government will we be working with? I'm just curious what departments, what applications they might use this technology for.
She's like clicking the mouse as she's talking to you. I think it was the DOD.
Is Delta Green like under the DoD? Is that like?
That there's
related?
there's a lot of crossover between them. Do you have any theories as to what this could be? I mean, I know we're not supposed to talk like that, but I mean, if the DoD is swooping in on this and poaching it, it's got to be something big, right?
Well, I'm not really sure, but it's rare, and perhaps they see some use for it. Maybe it could give insight to treatment for diseases or some other use, but we'll find that out, I'm sure.
And we'll cut from there to Reagan. This is the same exact moment that you discover the half-eaten cheeseburger in this like empty lot at this building, and you said you were just gonna run back. Is there anything you would like to do tonight, or would you like to just try to go to bed and rest up?
I think it's a rest up sort of thing. We were just cramming in a lot of actual active investigation. I think it's worthwhile to get a little bit of sleep.
You head back. You walk in. It's like this surprisingly normal suburban home for this guy. It's very like scenic.
With the cute little garden in front.
Yeah. These innocent suburban neighbors don't know there's a killer living next to them. But as you walk in, you see there's like a red dot that's flashing on your answering machine.
Well, gotta check that. Alright, I'll listen to it.
Hi, Mr. Jones. I'm calling from Longview Regional about your father. His condition has been improving. I just want to let you know the good news. So if you have a chance to call us back at any point, feel free. Our operational hours are, she lists off like a bunch of details about the hospital, and then she hangs up.
Alright. What time is it now?
It's like midnight, but it looks like the message was from like maybe 6 p.m.
And like I'm assuming that it's outside of their calling hours right now.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Alright. Yeah, I'll plan to call them in the morning then.
Okay. And you go to bed, and we'll pick up with Harold next. You leave the library where you looked up the Hygromontea before they also closed. Is there anything he would like to do before he goes to bed?
He would probably just want to check in with fuck, her name's written down somewhere. Fuck is her name?
Blake?
Blake, yeah. Just kind of like a
I'll
how's
be
your
right back.
day sort of. Oh, there it is. Missed it right at the top of the page. Just see how she's doing after the like gunshot thing at the food pantry the other day. Make sure she's still like all right, not too rattled.
You get back, and at this hour, she's already asleep.
Oh,
She goes to bed pretty early, unless you want to try to wake her up.
No. If she's sleeping, that's usually, traditionally, at least for her, a good sign that she's fine with whatever she's dealing with. It's when she can't sleep. That's when it's bad.
But you do see in the corner of the room, bathed in moonlight, you see Locke, your dog. What breed is Locke? And are they like a big dog, small dog? What is the vibe?
Oh, he's a Malinois.
Let's go. I love that breed.
He is a retired army dog, after all.
True.
But I would probably like walk in and like hold my finger up, like be quiet, she's sleeping, just to make sure he usually understands that command, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. But he's really excited. He pads up to you. You feel like the heat of his breath and like his tongue like licking your hand and his tail's wagging. But he does stay quiet enough. Doesn't bark at all.
Oh, hey buddy, you want to go for a walk?
Yeah, he like jumps up on you at that and is like, he then sort of turns and starts to instinctively head towards where you keep his leash.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Things have been getting weirder lately. I think I'm just gonna grab my strap before I head out.
Grab the blicky.
Yeah, just to have. Not that having this dog isn't a deterrent enough, but worth the caution. And then I'll just take him out for kind of like our typical, I don't know, loop around the neighborhood, if you will. Make sure he goes to the bathroom before bed.
Yeah. What is your neighborhood like? Because you guys live like outside the city, right? Is it also the suburbs?
We kind of live upstate type, kind of like mid. I know, like we live before Albany, so like not that high up there, but it's a pretty low key, quiet neighborhood. We usually just do kind of like a quick couple walks around, probably like 4 or 5 blocks. But at this time of night, it's usually there's nobody on the streets. The street lights are fairly decently covering everything, and pretty chill neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah, as you start to go on your walk, and you don't really see anyone really at this hour. The only thing you do see is there does appear to be a car across from your house that is on and idling, like someone is inside. But there's no one like out walking around, walking their dogs. And you complete your loop. Locke seems very satisfied, goes to the bathroom, which is great for you guys. Don't have to worry about him till the morning. And do you guys head back in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take note of the license plate if I can, as like subtly as possible.
Okay, you take it down. Looks just like a shitty like Honda sedan.
Lovely. And then I'm gonna double check the locks, because there I assume isn't typically like a car outside. Most people have driveways. I don't think they park on the street too frequently. So he's just gonna make sure everything's locked up, double check the back door and stuff like that.
Everything is locked.
Cool. I guess he'd probably head to bed.
Cool. And we'll cut back to Levsner. Are you back, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, so much different situation. All like you're driving back, there's like still blood sort of coursing from your hand and like bits of glass that you're picking out. You realize that you are at a truck stop on I-84 northbound from New York City. It's actually the highway that heads up north to like Montreal.
Yeah.
Um,
I've taken I-84 before. Funny
Yep, yep.
enough.
That's awesome. And yeah, you don't find Danny in the car.
Yeah, I know. I'm
You,
fucking speeding home.
you don't find the book in the car.
That's fine.
And you head up to your apartment. Once you get back into the city, you open the door. You don't immediately see or hear Danny.
Danny, are you in here? And I start like scrambling, and
You see scraps of burnt paper in the sink.
what the
There's like a set of matches that appear to have been opened and scattered.
like a Danny thing. But who knows?
And you don't find the book where you left it.
That's fine. I could care less about the book. I call what's her face? Sarah, and ask if she's seen Danny.
Yeah, so would you like to call her bar that she works at?
Yeah.
You call and the bouncer's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dude. She just left. She's headed back home though. She should see you soon, I think."
All right. Thanks. Was she in a rush by chance?
No, she just finished her shift, so she's heading home.
All right. Thanks. Have a good night. And as soon as he gets off, he's like, "Fuck."
Give me a search roll.
Search. Oh my fucking god.
You don't
I
find
am
Danny
bird-
in the apartment.
I go next door and knock on my neighbor's door and ask if he's seen Danny or they've seen Danny.
What is your neighbor's name?
Let's see. Jeffrey Wiggins. He's an old 59-year-old retired man that really likes sports. I'm not gonna remember that, so I fucking hope you remember it.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Okay, good.
You walk in. You see the game.
I just walk into his apartment.
Well,
Jeffrey.
he opens it up. You sort of like almost stumble in, but he's like, you see the sports game on in the background. He's like, "Yeah, what's up, buddy?"
Yeah, sorry, I must have passed out and didn't lock the door, and I haven't been able to see Danny anywhere. He's not in the apartment. I was wondering if heard a kid running down the hallway or like knocking on doors.
Hold up.
I just had a
hold
long
up.
day.
Hold up. You told me to watch him before you went out. You don't remember that?
No, I must have. Sorry, it's been the past couple days. It's like when you wake up after just so much stress and you just don't know where you are anymore. I felt like that's one of these days. And I sort of like tucked my hand behind my back.
Okay. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I got him watching the game. Are you all right though, man? I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're not in a good state of mind right now.
Definitely not. Completely agree. Work's just been absolutely hammering me. How about this? I'm gonna take like a 15-minute nap. I don't want to worry you. Everything's fine. Just
Yeah, why don't you
a
come
lot going
inside?
on.
Why don't I get you in here? You can sleep on the couch.
I mean,
And,
my apartment's right over. Like, feel free to hang out with Danny. I don't think he's noticed me yet. I don't want him to see me like this. Like, big favor.
I know,
I just-
I know, but you know, it seemed like you were burning something earlier. You know, one of the fire alarms was going off, and you know, I had to help you with that. It doesn't seem like you remember that either.
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah, why don't you come in?
Yeah. Do you mind if I use your restroom real quick? I'm gonna splash some water on my face and sort of collect myself.
Yeah, do it. Do whatever you need to do.
I stick my bloody hand in my pocket and sort of nonchalantly walk to the bathroom as the glass shards are scraping against my insides, and be like, fucking wash up as best I can, remove the shards as fast as I can, maybe rifle through his like medicine cabinet to get some tweezers, wash all the blood off, and just like try to pat my hand dry and stick it back in my pocket.
You pass by Danny, who's on the couch. You see he's sitting next to the box of tapes that you're gonna bring to the green box. You have no idea if you gave him this box to like watch over or what was happening.
Please.
You see in the background, Jeff has an old baseball game on.
Yeah.
You see, it looks to be like the Yankees versus the Detroit Tigers. And yeah, you're just cleaning out the wound.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm writing all this down. Super. Levs in their burnt stuff. Danny is watching the tapes, or is in possession of the tapes.
He is. It is next to him. What is your humant?
Which one is that?
Oh, it's pretty low. Okay.
61. I don't know if that's pretty low. I would say I have a lot of things that are 0 on this sheet.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I had the wrong sheet up. I did not have your sheet up.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. I think I was looking at Reagan's, which is like an 11. I was like, that's low. But yeah, 61 is high enough to notice that your son looks afraid of you.
Oh boy.
But you're now in the bathroom. You hear like a rapping at the door after like a few moments, because you're just sort of like staring at yourself in the mirror, and like moments pass by, and then you hear Jeff's voice at the outside, like, are you good? Do you need anything?
Yeah, I'm coming out now, and it's sort of like quickly unlock the door and come on out.
You head out, and by this point, we'll say Sarah's there too. And she's like, "Oh my god, what happened to you?" She's looking down at your hand. It's like all bandaged and shit.
No, it's in my pocket. It's in my pocket.
Oh, it's in your pocket. Okay.
just so Jeff doesn't get suspicious. It's in my pocket still. And so I'm like trying to hug her. My hand's still in my pocket. Like it's this awkward hug. Just trying to avoid the topic.
Okay, yeah. In that case, it's more of like an innocent, like, what happened? She like ruffles Danny's head. She clocks that something seems to be off with him. He's what he does usually when he like has these times when he shuts down is he avoids all eye contact with anyone who's an adult, because he was from an abusive household. And he flinches at any physical contact. So she goes to like ruffle his hair, and he flinches and looks away.
Mm-hmm. I had a little bit of a. I'm gonna be honest here, Jeff. Thanks for taking care of that. I had a little bit of a. Psychotic is not a great word, but I had a little bit of a mental break today, and I kind of went a little nuts, and I think I scared Danny and Jeff for that matter here. So I'm just gonna. I think I need to take it easy. Maybe call off from work for a couple days.
Yeah, I think you should. I mean,
the first thought that came to player Ryan's head was, "Shut the hell up, Jeff! Stay out of this." And so I'm gonna say Richard also thinks that, but like at the same time, with his good hand, pats Jeff on the shoulder and be like, "Thanks, man."
Yeah, if you need anything, I'm here. You know, you guys aren't alone. I know you're new to this apartment building, but we're all here for you.
Jeff, I think you were talking about a psychiatrist that you may have seen before. He's from Georgia or something. It's fucking.
Let's go. The tie-ins.
uh,
Dr. Crenshaw's still in college. What are you talking about?
It's his
Dad.
dad, also Dr. Crenshaw.
It's Doctor Sir Cren something. maybe I'll check in for as a psychiatrist at the bureau and get myself checked out.
Yeah, so you guys all head back into your apartment. Now that you're back in here, it does kind of smell faintly of smoke. And there are just like burnt pages all over the sink. Some are scattered on the floor. And you see like little, still like barely legible parts of the play that have been all burned up.
Oh, I burned the book. Oh boy, howdy. Okay. Richard Birdstuff quotes, parentheses, new information, comma, it was the book. Sad face. Okay. Good.
Danny immediately goes to his room and Sarah pulls you aside. And she's like, look, you need to tell me what's going on. I've been good with you. I've been quiet. I haven't questioned anything. You know I never question you. But this is different. I've never seen you like this. So give me something.
You know those stories we were told as children to keep us in line? They're not fairy tales. They're scary stories, urban legends, myths. I have 2 jobs here. And we can get into this when this is all over, but
What are you talking about?
I what artifacts do I have on me that is like supernaturally enough to make this sound credible? Because I'm still sounding like a fucking madman.
The only thing you have that might be close is the tape where the guy addresses you like months before you went to the building.
I'm gonna play that actually. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You know that case that I've been working on?
Yeah.
There was an apartment building that's completely out of power. Somehow the residents are staying inside, and we were sent in to investigate.
Okay. Is it that missing persons case from the news?
Yeah. That missing persons case. People said it was foul play, and I was sent in to investigate with some other folks. What was the most jarring that I can think of as an example for what's happening and why everything's been so weird is this tape. And I specifically note out the date it was recorded, and I start playing it for her.
And
so after the tape
yeah, she listens to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went in.
Some guy knew you were gonna be there?
Not that weeks, months before we actually went in.
Okay, maybe he's just a really good criminal.
Except he can't. He doesn't know we exist. This part of my job doesn't exist on the book. And the time this tape was recorded, I point out the note on the tape, was even before the missing persons case even existed.
Okay. At that revelation, I'm going to make a roll in the open here. This is going to be her sanity check as she realizes that this is before the case even broke.
Yeah. And so if you...
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a fumble.
That's a fucking fumble.
God. Oh my god.
I love it. I love this. It's
This is
chaotic.
crazy.
She starts lighting fires in the apartment now.
And I'm gonna
She
see her like
clearly looks like she is trying to stifle something, and you see that she's looking directly into your eyes, and like we sort of flip perspectives if this was a TV show, and we see that you look fucking crazy in this moment. Like your eyes are wide, you look sleep deprived. We see at this point your hand is on the table because you had to click on the tape, and it's like bleeding anew from the shoddy.
I was gonna say I was gonna start bleeding again. Yeah.
And she just like starts backing up, and she's like, I'm taking Dan, and we have to get out of here. I'm getting out of here. And she heads over to Danny's room. She wakes him up.
I think Richard just nods, but I'll give her my burner cell phone number on a piece of paper. I guess cell phones don't exist, but I'll give her like the pager number essentially, so she can page if she needs.
Yeah, you see her. You guys have like a center island, and she goes on like the far opposite side away from you, and she just like snatches the paper. She has Danny in a jacket, and she like hurries him out the door away from you. Do you let them go?
Oh yeah.
The door quickly shuts. You hear them both walking down the steps. That was a crazy development. Wild. As you can only assume that she's probably taking Danny to her parents.
That's fine. It's probably for the best.
And you're left alone in this apartment to stew on your own thoughts. I think we'll cut back quickly to Vigo.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, of course. Before we like wrap out this sort of night phase, is there anything else he would like to do at the lab once he's done helping with Riley, or is he just gonna head home when she heads home?
I mean, the PCR test just tells you whether or not you have it.
Yep. Doesn't seem like she's noticed that you tested yourself or anything.
No. What else do we know about, like, have we discovered, like, other than it is a distinct ancestry, do we know anything else, like characteristics or traits for those who possess it? Or like any history, like why, like how was it even discovered that that's like a separate, distinct ancestry?
Yeah, so it looks like a broadly European genetic pool. There are parts of Eastern Europe, Western Europe, and Northern Europe, like Scandinavia, that has pools of it. As far as you can tell, the origin appears to be perhaps somewhere in France, based on the gene pools and all the sequencing you've done thus far, but there are no like really like defining like physical traits or like anything noticeably different about these people than others. It's just like some weird genetic strain that this company is having you spend a lot of time and resources looking into.
Anything about like the history of when it was discovered? Or yeah, anything like the history of it? I mean, it wasn't our company that discovered it, presumably, right? Like it was already known and they just took an interest in it.
Yeah, why don't you give me a biology genetics roll?
Ooh.
We'll see how much you have found out thus far.
Oh,
Nice.
let's go.
Just made
That's
it.
huge.
Just made it.
Wow.
Yeah, so you find that The earliest, the people that they've had you like test in the samples aren't named for confidentiality reasons. But the one of the samples, which is just marked C, is from the year 1408. And that is the oldest sample that you guys have. It seems to be like human remains that you were testing for this genetic marker.
Now, also, there's one more thing I'd like to look into. So, I mean, Vigo's like pretty high up, so presumably he'd have like access to like most, if not all, of the info. But can I like investigate? I'd like to go investigate like on the computer if there's anything that he might have missed or not. I think he's taking a closer look, and especially with like the government taking an interest in it, and the test results said
Yeah, so you can
that you
choose. I'll have you either make a... Actually, I'll just have you make an intelligence check. This will be broadly if you can determine like what is happening here in a broad sense. Nice.
Nice.
All of this seems extremely similar. You know that sometimes when like remains are uncovered in like different areas of Europe, particularly beneath like building projects that they're like digging to see if there's anything of archaeological significance before they like properly put in like a road or like an apartment complex or something, sometimes they'll dig in beneath to like find things. Sometimes they'll discover remains, and sometimes they will test to see if like this individual was like a potentially like a member of a royal line that has since continued to the present day. And a lot of the companies that are involved with your research have done work for like the royal family in the UK for testing genetics and like determining lineage. Like a lot of people can like potentially claim that they have a blood relation to the royal family, but like now they have the technology to prove that. And they'll use this technology to link like past people to the royal family and identify remains. And that is what you get with this intelligence check. Is that it seems like they're trying to prove all these individuals of A ancestry are part of some lineage. And it seems like from the correspondence that like people want to be in this genetic pool. Whatever it is.
And it was pretty easy to do the test. So, right, like that was like what it just probably needed like.
Yeah. Yeah, it just needs a sample. And it's the results come within a few hours.
So presumably someone could test you without your knowledge if they were so inclined.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he'll just kind of meditate on these facts, for like another hour or so. It wouldn't linger too long, I think. I think he went to the lab to get some peace and quiet, and he just still... he had a little bit of that, and still his curiosity got the better of him. So
there was some quiet, but no peace.
So he'll wrap it up. It's getting late, and probably just call it a night.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll say you and Riley split. She's finished like changing around the groups, filtering different emails and stuff like that, updating the databases, and we will go to the next day. So obviously we've had some developments, but I'll ask this. Do you guys want to meet in person today? Because the last part of this is Agent Marcus said, I want the building and the people gone. I don't care how it's done. I want them gone. Now that you've cataloged everything, that is what's on the docket. But you guys will sort of interpret that as you will. So would you like to meet in person to try to coordinate that?
Yes.
Okay, where would you like to meet?
May I propose a diner?
Hell yeah. Which diner?
I'm thinking a diner kind of near the building. Like, not like super close to the building, but like closest train stop to the building.
Okay.
I guess I'll just page that to them.
Yeah, I also found, I might actually incorporate this in the future, but I found like a whole like code book that somebody made of like Delta Green using pagers. Like there are all these code numbers for different things. So we can safely assume that Delta Green has like a system of like numbers and like an associated code that you could page someone this code and they'd know exactly what it meant. And you know, your code essentially, after some like different call and response things, is meet me at this place at this time. Yeah, we'll say Levsner proposes to have it later in the morning based on what happened to him. And you guys all arrive at this diner near the McAllister building at like, we'll say 10 a.m.
So I mean I think we finished up, didn't we? Is it time to get rid of it?
Well, before all that, would Reagan have time to call Longview in the morning?
Yeah, he would.
Longview Regional. Yeah, he's gonna dial them back.
Yeah, you dial back, and after talking to them for a bit, you get the nurse for your father, whose name is Lydia. And she answers. She's like, "How are you, Mr. Jones? I'm sorry to call you so late last night. I just thought you should hear the good news. Your father is doing quite well."
Well, that's quite alright. I would never say that, I would always say that good news is worth hearing, no matter the time of day. Is he in a state to speak right now?
No, he's sleeping right now. You know, he just came out of that pneumonia, so he's still quite sick. But he's on the mend. So, do you want me to have him give you a call once he's ready? I think sometime later today might be best.
I think we'd both like that. Thank you for everything that you and everyone else there at Longview is doing.
Of course, honey. I mean, that's our job. And we love your old man here. Has quite the personality, even in his old age.
That's one way of putting it. Yep.
So I'll have him call you right back once he wakes up. All right?
Great. Thank you, Lydia.
Of course. You have a good day now.
I look forward to you as well. Bye-bye.
And you hang up. Do you tell them to call your house phone?
I'd say yes. That would probably be what. And he'd probably try to give, hours when he would expect to be there, but with Reagan, he can. he's out very frequently.
True. Okay, and we'll pick up with you as you drive to the diner. Unless, is there anything else you'd like to do before that scene?
No, I think he'd probably just show up to the diner. Maybe he's like the who's the late straggler here? It might be Reagan, since he had something to do in the morning and he's a bit a ways from the city.
Yeah, possibly Levsner as well, because of last night.
Oh yeah, he might just be all out of sorts.
Are you here, by the way, Ryan?
No, he's gone.
Rip. So
Ryan's
Sorry,
rip.
was that? Oh, no, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. No, we're just gonna start this next scene with you guys all together at the diner, close to the McAllister building. My gut tells me Levsner is gonna be late to this, but what do you think, Ryan?
Is this the day after?
It's like 10 a.m. the
No, I
next
think
day.
he's gonna. No, I think he's gonna be unhinged and he couldn't sleep, so he's like at the diner already. He's been there for like maybe an hour or something. He's like the only one
better.
there, just not doing it. He's just staring straight out the window, like with his hands crossed, and just waiting.
Yeah, you guys walk in and see this extremely tired Levsner with a hand that's bandaged and then re-bandaged over that. It's like a big mitt. Yeah, what do you talk about?
Did you guys come across anything while we were apart?
I was following a lead, but now it just ended up leading me nowhere to an abandoned lot.
Really? None of you have had any other experiences? Just me? And fucking
Just-
you see Richard's hand just start bleeding again. Like he didn't even hit it on anything. He's just fucking bleeding. Well, in the past 24 to 48 hours, can't tell what time it is anymore. I read a book that was apparently fucking psychotic. I went into a trance-like state, burned the book, drove to, I don't know, some rest stop outside of New York City, met some supernatural being. He does not lower his voice when he says that. Offered him information. He told me that this play that been connected, whatever the stories that my kid has been picking out of the library, all part of this whatever the hell happened at that building. He still has the wherewithal not to name the McAllister building out in public, but he's like on the verge of losing it. Oh, by the way, also, I don't have a kid anymore because they are scared of whatever psychotic break that I just went to. So please tell me that we've been able to do more to close this case than just deposit the stuff in the box.
I'd say that
I would like
Reagan-
to imagine that's actually the character's face, like yee.
That's amazing.
After a long pause, Reagan kind of he has his hands folded on the table in front of him, and he kind of leans towards you, Levsner. I wanted to mention something about that. Now,
Levner hasn't blinked since you started talking.
today seems to be the final day of our time together. We have to go our separate ways after what we're doing, but I was thinking that we might try to stretch the day out as long as possible, if you know what I'm saying.
Um, are we doing something about this ourselves?
We were the ones sent to do it.
Levzer nods.
I'll be happy to be rid of that thing.
So, in my car right now, I have some supplies that could get us through at least a few days. I don't know about y'all, but there's things I would still like to tend to in that building. This entire thing's been one huge fucking question mark to me, and
Did we not already finish the job? We did. We dealt with all the evidence. Why don't we just blow it up?
What about the people inside?
Are there even really any real people in there?
What if there are?
They could all be ghosts. I mean, it doesn't look like it's occupied at all on the outside. I don't think we should. I think we should just get rid.
and that's your prerogative, but
Well, what if we rig it up, and you do whatever you got to do in there, and maybe as soon as you come out, we get rid of it.
I'd prefer to rig it up after.
Fine, have your way.
You're telling me that you don't have a single bit of curiosity. We're going to do our job.
Curiosity will kill your cat.
I fully intend to. I fully intend to put this place behind us, put this case behind us. But I think there's more to get out of this before we do so.
I'm not gonna stop you. I just don't know if I'm gonna join you.
And I'm just asking you to wait.
All right. Still, how do we want to do this? How do we want to get rid of it?
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I certainly do have some experience in doing what needs to be done.
As
I'll be
long
honest, I
as
really
the
don't.
building's gone, I don't care what steps need to happen before that takes place. It just needs to go.
I agree with you on that one.
I would like to go with you, Agent McGee. But Agent Mastiff is right. Curiosity can lead you to things you wish you didn't discover.
Maynard, you were so honest with me, so I think I'll be more honest with you. Because wait, Maynard wasn't in. Didn't go into the
Nope.
night floors or whatever they're called, right?
No.
That first night in the building when we went our separate ways. This would be the first time that the others are hearing about it as well. I saw something. And he's about to commit Reagan's about to commit a bit of a no-no here, or I should say McGee's about to commit a bit of a no-no here.
Let's go.
Brother, Lesnar's past that point.
Yeah, I
Night before. Yeah. We're off the rails now.
I don't know who or what, or if it's just the place that we went to, but they seem to know things about me, or imply things about me. I saw a fucking photograph with my name on it. I've seen my
Wanna find
name
out more?
pop up a couple of times, actually. But in contexts I wouldn't even fucking dream to think about. So I think it's a bit more than curiosity for me. I don't know if it's trying to tempt me to go back, but if it is, then I'm not smart enough to resist. I'm going back in there and finding out whatever it is that's in store for me. I will get my answers.
Great. Get your answers, then we'll take the building out.
As I said, I always did and always will mean to follow through with our orders. Just do me this one service. Just give me a little time. Because a little of time here can go a long ways in there.
Levs or nods. I don't think he cares. He as long as the building's gone.
Okay. So we know Halvor and Reagan Jones are both going back into the building. Is Levsner joining them, or is he staying on the outside with Harold?
No, he's. Well, are we rigging it up before or after?
I backed off of my
Okay.
rigging up before too.
I think Reagan actually has the most, probably has the most demolition skill out of
Oh, I
anybody
have-
here.
I don't think any.
And there's also the matter of how are you going to procure the explosives?
Zip.
Don't I have like a source?
Yeah, so
Oh yeah,
you
why don't we go do
Oh
that?
yeah.
yeah, so you have a criminal contact known as the Somalian. Who you
Yes.
could potentially purchase explosives from off the books. Alternatively, you could attempt to lift explosives from the FBI field office. The only problem is the security is extremely high. The area is only actually it's limited to designated bomb technicians, who are known as SABTs, or Special Agent Bomb Technicians, and they log everything by hand that comes in or out. So it would be a bit more involved. You would either have to try to like essentially run like a burglary type operation to try to take it out, or you could try to like spoof like a FBI transportation type operation to another facility. But it would probably require either like a break-in or like a high bureaucracy roll to accomplish.
No, we're just gonna purchase it.
Okay, from the criminal contact?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you know this guy, the Somalian, his name is Ulan Anado Orab. He's a confidential informant that you have, who has a written agreement with the FBI, pursuant to which he provides testimony regarding felonious gang activity in New York. So if you wanted to contact him, there's a specific payphone in the Bronx that you have to dial the number 6 on.
Yeah. I will do that. Did Marcus? Actually, I'm gonna page Marcus on the Delta Green pager. Funds for munitions ?
He messages you to contact him over the phone immediately.
Okay, I call him.
You need to get your house in order, my friend.
Do you want this job done? Or do you want it out in the open?
That's not what I'm talking about right now.
You don't think that this is a means to fix whatever the hell this mission has stirred up in my life?
It stirred up quite a fucking lot. Your girlfriend.
You don't say. I've been the one that's been living it. Funds for munitions, yes or no?
Your girlfriend called up your field office about this. And now there's evidence on the phone lines of this operation. So before I lose a fucking gasket, do whatever you need to do. Blow up this building. And we're gonna have a talk.
Wonderful. Funds approved.
Funds approved.
He hangs up.
I hang up. I hang up first.
You hang up, yeah.
As soon as he starts saying approved, I hang up.
He seemed fucking pissed by his voice.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah. This is opening up a whole can of worms, because civilians are not supposed to know about the existence of the unnatural, and it seems like your girlfriend called up Jack talking about this whole situation that was happening. But do you head over to the Bronx to call this guy?
Yeah, but I will also withdraw whatever the equivalent is of like clean cash or whatever the heck the funds are that Marcus provides.
Yeah, we'll say you head to the green box and you pick up some of that shrink wrapped cash that you guys found
nice.
in there. Because you just want to minimize how much you have to deal with him in general, because he's that mad. And yeah, you go to this random payphone on this like rundown street in the Bronx. You see like a group of kids playing in the distance, and it's just like this like lone payphone that somehow is still here. You dial the number 6 and you get an automated message for VacuCare, a vacuum repair business in Newport, Connecticut. Dial the extension of your party if you would like to speak to, and you dial like a code that this guy has given you. And you hear a female voice answer. And she says, "Go."
Five. I need five high-power cleaning tools. I can't really carry too much up the stairs, so probably if you have anything under 10 pounds, that'd be great. We got a big cleaning job coming up.
"2 p.m. at the factory warehouse." And the person hangs up.
Cool.
You know, there's an industrial warehouse that the Somalian uses in the Bronx. You know, that's probably where he's gonna meet you at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else accompany Levsner on his way here, or do you do this alone?
I would go with him if he'll have me.
You'll probably have to stay in the car, but
Yeah, I mean that's
Like a
fine.
dog. Like a mastiff.
So, you had a rough night, huh?
yeah, that was pretty much the summation of it in the diner there. Are we I'm assuming we're driving to the spot now. Then, yeah.
Sure. So your kid's all right?
Who knows? Maybe we'll figure that out once we get rid of this building. One thing at a time. And you see, like Levner, like he will like fight to the ends of the earth for Danny. But for some reason, like this objective of finishing this mission has completely changed his decision tree. He is like, sure, he'll be fine. Like, might be a little scared, but he's fine. And like that's all the brain power he's putting into that.
Sure.
Okay. I'll tell you a little bit about the Somalian so you know what you're headed into. Little is known about his actual history, though much has been rumored. He has a dark legendary that's been built up around him in the gangs of New York, because he survived over a dozen attempts on his life, always returning somehow several days later, none worse for the wear. Witnesses even confirmed his death on 3 separate occasions, only to be refuted when he returned unscathed. He provided key testimony in your child trafficking case, the one that first brought you to Delta Green's attention with its occult undertones. Somehow the Somalian knew exactly where to find the missing kids, from the time they were being transported down to the serial number of the shipping container at the port of New York. You and Jack led a task force that uncovered the kids, and each had their left wrist tattooed with the Eye of Providence, and the media ran with that and called it the Eye of Providence trafficking case. The Somalian very much styles himself as an old school gangster. He favors suits and cigars over like the newer style, like hoodies and baggy pants, and he stays completely off the grid. So if you have any questions before you walk into this warehouse, you can feel free to ask.
I would say for a meeting like this, there's just more of like, I drop the cash in one spot, I pick up the cleaning supplies in a different spot. Like, why would we need to meet the Somalian?
So he's old school, and he does everything through physical sit-downs.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
He wants no evidence of anyone talking to him.
But yeah, exactly. But then this be even more like, hey, I will drop this here. I will pick this up somewhere else.
He seems like the type of person that he wants to know exactly what you want, exactly when you want it, and exactly how you want it. And he can
Okay.
only truly achieve that by meeting in person.
Okay.
But yeah, you arrive at this huge, dark, industrial warehouse at the edge of the city. Inside are hundreds of mannequins, most of them undressed. It looks like it was once a department store's storage facility. And you see in the center, there's a cheap faux wooden desk with a sign on it that reads Operations Manager. There's an old company phone on the desk as well as a clay bowl. And the Somalian sits behind the desk expectantly, like he's waiting for you, in a swivel chair. This is what this guy looks like. He's a small, thin African-American man who dresses in an impeccably made silk suit. He seems to be smiling all the time. Extremely confident and well-mannered. And he looks towards you. His voice is like echoing towards the warehouse at this point, and he's like, if you're trying to author a deal, you've come to the right place. How are you, Richard?
Could have been better. Could be better. There's been a lot going on.
Everywhere, it seems, nowadays. What do you need?
I need some untraceable plastic explosives.
All right. So to convince him to do this, to sell it to you, because you are a Fed, and this does seem like it could be some kind of entrapment for him, I'll have you either make a persuade or a criminology.
If I put the plastic wrapped cash on the table,
plus 20%.
yeah, I will straight up put the cash on the table. All of it.
Okay, that'll be a plus 20% to your roll.
All right. What, a criminology or
persuade?
What was it?
If you fail, just remember you can always push. Just there's consequences for that.
Oh, they're the same. Okay, so how do I add plus 20 to a roll?
So you can just roll, and then your number you're gonna hit, we can just increase by 20.
Okay, gotcha. I'll do persuade. Good.
Nice. Richard,
You're a reliable man
I didn't know you were trying to run game.
with a good business that requires secrecy as much as my job does. And he slides the cash over.
I see you're trying to be even more gangster than me. Sure. I got a line for you. Let me connect you with my girl Marie. She's an arms dealer with a line on Semtex. That's that magic marble out of Pardubice. It's expensive though. That cash should cover it, but price is going to be 50 large. 60 if you want my man Slick to do it. And you see, you had not noticed this person before, but there's a man that's standing amongst the mannequins with a Mac 10. It looks to be like a bodyguard of some kind.
That's thick.
So which will it be? You guys want to handle it, or you want my boy Slick to do it?
We'll handle it. Keep the 10 for yourself and Slick.
All right. I'll call her now. She'll be here in 20 minutes. And he uses the company payphone on his desk, dials it, says something, and soon enough, a 1990 BMW 3 Series pulls up outside the warehouse. And
Very specific. I want to see what this looks like.
it's a pretty cool car.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I actually want one of these cars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look really cool. And you see the driver appears to be a Hispanic woman in a real estate agent's blazer. And you guys kind of stall for a second, and she honks her horn impatiently.
Am I like walking over to her?
You tell me.
I'll walk over.
I'm still in the car.
Yeah, you are. You're the driver though, so no one's gonna really bat an eye at you. But I will walk over and grab or I guess knock on the window or something.
Get in.
All right, I hop in. Caleb's just in the middle of a parking lot randomly now.
Well, you could also have him follow her as well.
Okay, I mean, if she's okay with that, I'll ask her. My driver's back there. You want him to follow?
No.
So I just put my hand out the window, just like stay, and then we'll go.
She's wearing a Remax company blazer, and she takes you on a short drive in which she exchanges no words with you at all. And after a short drive into Queens, she hands you a set of keys and points to a tiny, seemingly abandoned house with a knockdown Remax sign outside of it.
Are we going in? What's happening?
I don't have all day. Go.
All right, I go.
You walk inside. It looks to be like a squatter's house, if it wasn't so like particularly locked and secured. There's a bunch of graffiti on the outside and like wooden boards that are covering all like the windows. And you find in there 2 Rubbermaid containers stacked against a wall.
I will pick them up. And is there a duffel bag in there?
Nope.
All right, I'll just take the Rubbermaid containers and walk out, I guess.
You walk in and she just doesn't have like maintain eye contact with you, and she's like, "You find what you need?"
There's some leftovers on the table.
Good doing business with you.
I nod and I don't look at her though, and we just drive off.
The BMW drops you outside the warehouse. The Somalian and his bodyguard are both gone. The warehouse is closed, and you are left with the 2 containers. As she peels off too.
And then I hop in the car. Oh, that's done with.
Yeah, we're set to go.
Yep.
Lovely. Well, you think they're almost done?
You mean Reagan?
Yeah.
Was Reagan doing stuff while we were out getting the? Yeah.
No,
I don't think we started yet.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that was the plan unless you guys wanted that to be the plan. Because I think
didn't
Levsner
know.
said he wanted to go in too, right?
Yeah, I was gonna go in with them.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Yeah, all right. Never mind.
So where are you just going to keep these 2 containers in the car for now?
Yeah.
You do open them up at some point, One of them is filled with a Semtex compound, which is this like odorless, moldable, orange-yellow solid mixed with binders and plasticizers. And the other has 4 20-foot long fuses that are covered in surgical tubing, which allows for a 20-minute time frame from ignition to explosion.
I really hope you didn't Google these facts about this, Tyler. You might end up on an actual list somewhere.
I think I am on a watch list at this point.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
I was looking up the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center, which easily could have put me on a watch list for sure.
Oh, okay. All right, I think we'll wait until nighttime, and then we'll go into the apartment building.
Awesome. So just so I know, you guys want to go in first and then rig the bombs after you come out, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wait for night. What time do you guys want to make the trek in?
Like right after.
sunset?
Yeah, when it's actually dark, not dusk, but like when it's actually nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, so like 8 p.m. maybe?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head in, and this will be my opportunity to ask you, what would you like to bring? Anything you don't explicitly tell me that you're bringing, I'm going to assume you left, because some things can be quite bulky.
I'm gonna bring the Delta Green service pistol and then a backup ankle holster pistol.
Okay.
I'm bringing everything.
Let's go. The full loadout, the M16, the grenades.
Yeah, he's a strong boy too, so I think he would bring it in. So he'd have like two big duffel bags, right? One with like basic supplies that he had gone out and gotten, I think, like a few sessions ago. And then another one with most of his gear. I think he would change into his gear like once he's actually in the building to not create any suspicion if there is anybody watching, or at least not as much suspicion. So maybe he gets there a little bit earlier, so when the party arrives, they see him in his full fucking set of like tactical body armor, like a whole chest rig and a Kevlar helmet with like a tactical light on it.
Oh shit.
He has his M16 rifle, like slung, just like over his chest, like his sidearm, at his hip, like a giant combat knife strapped into his back, and what appears to be at least 2 types of grenades. See these like 2 like more bulbous or closer to like more spherical looking grenades, just like fragmentation frag grenades, and 2 that are in more cylindrical holdings, and those are smoke grenades. Yeah, he's just completely decked out in all of his
Going full
gears.
Spec Ops Ninja.
Yeah, everything that's like listed in his armor and gear, Tyler, he's bringing it.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, so you see Reagan assume the full rattlesnake moniker as he looks deadly.
Mm-hmm.
Fully kitted out in like Kevlar, just this long M16A2 barrel that's poking out as he starts to make his way. Actually, perhaps it's covered a bit by like his coat as he's trying to conceal it and bring it into the building. But both of you are definitely like put a little bit at ease seeing him this decked out and this like capable. Even if you're dealing with the unnatural, this is like a little bit of consolation, for sure. What about Halvor and Levsner? Are you guys going to bring anything additional? Or are you just going to bring in, like, your kits? So, Levsner, you also have a rifle in your car?
Yeah.
And your tack body armor, as well as you have a Kevlar helmet, too.
I'll do the body armor, but I'll carry just the pistol.
Okay, so no helmet, and...
Yeah, no... Lesnar isn't expecting, like, a crazy resistance.
You know, you guys can leave whatever you don't want to bring in the car with me. And I'll make sure nothing comes in after you.
That's true. And this works out perfectly, too, because I know you have to go, Caleb. And this would actually be like a story reason why you would be outside.
True.
Okay, great. Does Vigo want to bring anything else?
Yeah, I'd say Vigo's pretty prepared too in his own way, although not nearly as decked out as Reagan. So he's just like in probably in all black, like darker clothing, just nothing conspicuous. And then he's just got a backpack. He's got his pistol and crowbar, and then in his backpack he's just got a lot of miscellaneous things. First aid kit, some rubber gloves. He's got change of clothes, some ammunition, a folding knife, some chalk, some salt, some garlic, bottled water in case anyone gets thirsty, some energy bars in case anyone gets hungry, some batteries, a pocket mirror. He's got his own lab-made super glue, his fake police badge, and some gummy worms, as well as some matches. And I think also he probably stopped at like just a tourist shop and has like a dream catcher. He's wearing like a necklace like tucked under his sweatshirt, just like I don't even know if it's like a real one, but that's his preparation for this supernatural space.
Okay, I like it. A lot of like very items that could have multiple uses, which is always fun. Yeah, so you guys head on in. Are you trying to be stealthy once you enter the building as well, making your way up to the top, or do you care? You know that there are people who still live in the building, even though it looks condemned, and all the electricity is turned off. Do you want to try to avoid being detected by them, or do you care?
I think if we just put in like the little effort to like conceal our faces at the very least,
yeah,
like it shouldn't matter that much. Because theoretically we should disappear shortly after anyways.
Okay. All of you walk up. There's the clinking of like your boots on the stairs as you all head up. And you arrive outside this roof access door. And Levsner, you see for the first time that instead of having like a traditional roof access door that's like metal with that like push bar, this looks to be a red painted wooden door with a gold handle. It looks completely out of place. And you hear like the soft sounds of like people talking and like music faintly through this door. And you know that it leads to a space that cannot and probably should not exist. So
ready to get some fucking answers.
Let's go. Yeah, so while I queue up this new music I've made for the night floors, or I should say found, what is the method of approach? Are you going full spec ops, like busting the door down, going in shooting? Are you trying to go in stealthy? What is kind of the approach?
I think the approach is more or less just with haste, not necessarily like aggressive. Like he has his weapon like slung out in front of him, but I don't think he's gonna hold it up at the ready because no one was particularly aggressive from the get-go. But yeah, he's just I guess it's like a combination of readiness and show of force.
Okay.
Because even with this stretched out time, time is still limited, so
You open the door, creaks open. The barrel of your gun is just like pointing to all the corners, and once again, you just find this like empty gentleman's lounge. You see that this time, unlike the last, there is a drink that looks to be freshly made on the counter. And anyone who was in here before, so that would be Reagan and Vigo, you guys can both roll d4s for me.
D4s.
Yep.
What is this? That is a 4 for me.
2.
Okay. You guys can subtract that from your willpower, as this is the stress of you coming back to this place that you know should not exist. You guys are like
Oh boy.
getting ready to face anything that could potentially come out. So your senses are on high alert.
Is anyone here though besides us, or is it empty now? It's just that glass.
There is no one here. There's just a large hearth burning against one of the walls. There's a wet bar, a walk-in humidor, and just like bookcases lining the walls.
There's like cigars in the humidor.
Yep.
Alright, how did we do it last time? I guess the question is, where do we want to go? I guess we kind of have a we might have a map, right? Or at least of like the parlor. Would you say this is the parlor, guys?
Probably. Oh, are you looking on the bulletin
Yeah, I'm
board?
looking on the evidence board right now.
Zoom in 100 of the parlor. Mr. Castaigne. Was that the guy who who greeted us before, Mr. Castaigne, in the parlor?
Yeah, he seems to have an office just off one of the hallways that comes out of this room. There are two doors that are sort of like narrow 5-foot hallways that extend out from here. And he was on the left side.
Did you want to pay him a visit?
Might not be a bad idea to start.
Oh boy. It's so hard making sense of this fucking map. Because I see
Oh yeah, let me move it over a little bit so you guys can see it. Yeah.
Night floors. Dead guy in mask. The parlor and Mr. Castaigne are listed on this map.
Night floors. Second floor. First floor.
Alright. So, last time we were here, we went through one set of doors and, like, looked into some rooms, and they were kind of, like, infinitely stretching. Or at least, like, looking through the windows of the rooms, they were stretching out. There was that hallway, which at the end of which on the left, there was the wall with all of the pictures of, or the photos of people's bottles, right? And then I guess a question would be, other than the door that we came through, is there anywhere on this floor that we had seen that has like a staircase or an elevator?
Not that you've seen so far.
Okay. So I think we should go about it as methodically as we can, but still try to go through as, like, somewhat quickly. And last time we were here, we would hear, like, signs of people, right? But then nobody would be there when we'd actually, like, turn the corner, like, open up somebody's, like, room.
Yeah, on the right hallway, you guys went into a room that sounded like it had someone typing in it. And when you went in, like, papers scattered, like someone had just left.
Okay. And the hallway on the right side, that wasn't or was that not the hallway with Mr. Castaigne in it as well?
That was the hallway on the left side.
Okay, Mr. Castaigne's was on the left side. I guess we can go hallway by hallway around here and door by door and try to. Although going through the same set of doors twice or like in the opposite direction has strange effects. Remember how we ended up in like the big entryway of the hotel?
Oh, is
With,
that
like,
where like the robot was?
Yeah.
Okay, so left hallway first.
Yeah, I guess because Mr. Castaigne is there, and maybe he can help us.
Yeah.
He seemed like the helpful sort.
You go up, you see the door is open, and he is like shakily pouring himself a glass of wine, and he's like,
What is with all of the weapons?
Coming back to stay, Mr. Castaigne.
oh, all right. And somehow he just accepts that as normal, and just continues pouring himself
I mean, yeah,
glass
I'm
of
sure
wine.
there are all types of people here, so.
How can I help you?
Say, this place is a little difficult to move around in. Do you have any maps or tips or tricks to get around?
Well, you could try to use one of the elevators if you want. There is one just down the hall that way. No maps, unfortunately, because they are constantly doing renovations. You know, adding, expanding, changing. but you could try to find the stairs or the elevator if you'd like. Or I could show you somewhere if you'd like to go.
Please, if you would. Sorry to bother you. It seems like you were just about to sit down and have a drink.
Oh, no, you're not bothering me at all. Where would you like to go?
That's a good question.
You're a noise in the wall, like something scratching, and he takes his cane and whacks it.
He's like, these stupid rats keep coming back, scratching, sniffling their way through the walls. It's a big problem, these pests.
And what floor are we currently on, Mr. Castaigne?
We are on the 2nd floor.
All right. So, is there any point of interest that anyone wants to go to, as labeled on the map?
Well, Roses and Butter sounds peaceful, but that is on the ground floor, so...
The only thing I will say is you guys gather that this map looks to be made of the McAllister building, not this like other place you guys are in now.
Oh, okay.
The upside down.
Because it looks like it ends with like the night floors, Mr. Castaigne, like that looks to be drawn like it's somewhere else.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the man with the briefcase? He carries a briefcase around.
Oh,
wears,
yes.
white shoes.
Mr. Lintz.
Do you know where he is?
I think
I
he
would
is
like to,
on the 6th floor.
6th floor? And can we get there via the elevator?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, if they are working today, I will say that. They are not always working. But you will have to pass through the library and all these other places. It won't be easy.
Never expected it to be easy. I just really need to talk with that man.
Oh, yes, well, the 6th floor is where you should head. Wine?
Sorry, I'd like to keep my head straight right now.
Who is this new police you bring here as well? What is your name, sir?
And he looks towards you, Levsner. You see this guy? This is what this guy looks like. He's like a older gentleman in like a Russian like Cossacks hat. If you're here, Ryan, I don't know if you are.
Yeah, sorry, I'm doing some stuff. What's up? I miss.
This guy that they have talked to, he's the night manager of this weird other building that you guys have just entered into. Wants to know your name.
I'm one of their associates. My name's Richard. Nice to meet you.
Very good.
I use my real name.
I know, I was gonna say it.
Well, I hope you have a good time at the hotel. Would you like a room here while you're staying?
No, but I think we passed a bar, and I'd like a stiff drink. That'd be nice.
Oh,
while I visit
take this
fine
glass of
establishment.
wine.
He pushes a glass of wine towards you.
Much obliged, and I take a sip.
Take a sip. It's just normal wine.
Well, I do think we have to be on our way, and I nod to Reagan. But we should. I might come back and chat with you. You seem like a fine gentleman.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You seem like an upstanding gentleman yourself.
Movie time. Cut to Richard placing explosives on the foundation of the building.
Just like as a check-in, before did we know that the guy with the briefcase's name was Linz?
Nope.
Okay. Linz was one of the people who had a photograph with his bottle. So an interesting thing to note there. I was like, I've heard that fucking name somewhere.
Yep. Everything is related, I'm telling you.
And according to Abigail's, like one of the people in the actual apartment building, like one of the other tenants, Abigail was last seen going up with this man with a briefcase, which is why I'm trying to pursue this lead right now. Because I guess that was also part of the mission, is trying to solve like what happened to Abigail and like the nature of her disappearance. So I think that's the most direct route that we have so far.
As Levsner, as you're drinking the wine, this man is just suddenly in the room behind you. He looks to be a dapperly dressed, small, dark-haired waiter. And he's carrying a platter of hors d'oeuvres. And he turns to you, and he's like, "Ores go, Akatsuka?"
I put the empty glass on the platter and be like, no, thank you. I've already indulged quite enough.
Toska. And he turns and walks away. It's like this platter of like little gelatins, it looks like, and he just walks down the hall away from you.
You notice that Reagan, I think, notices that Levsner isn't like indulging in this because he's trying to build a rapport. You genuinely think he's sort of lost his marbles. Or he doesn't care what he does because his building's gonna be leveled by the time everything's done.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do? Would you like to apply him for some more information, or do you want to start heading somewhere?
If unless somebody else can think of any other questions to ask.
I don't have any.
Okay. And you guys are having him lead you to the 6th floor? Is that what you said? Or did you want to just try to use one of the elevators?
Maybe it would be good to have him lead us, so that we can kind of get a feel for, like, the layout.
Okay. Yeah, you hear the thumping of his cane as he makes his way out of the room and down the hall. And he turns to all of you and is like,
I think there are staircases on the left and the right side. Do you have a preference?
Do you have a preference?
We'll go left.
And he turns towards the paintings
it
on the
is.
wall. And it doesn't make sense to you because that hallway just ended with like a bunch of photos. But when he takes you, you look, and on either side there's a 10-foot wide hallway that extends to your left and to your right. You don't know how you missed that before, but you don't question it really. He takes you to the left and down a long hallway, and you just see what looks to be a dozen individuals just standing in this hallway, and they appear to be dressed in hospital pajamas and slippers, and they're just aimlessly wandering around. And he's like,
Don't mind them, they are squatting. The government demands that we put these people in our hotel. It is outrageous. They pay no rent.
Damn, they have their own problems in this weird infinite hotel.
Squatters and rats.
Squatters and rats and robots.
and as you step by, you see one of them appears to be a young girl with purple hair, purple eyeliner, and a strange mark beneath one of her eyes, like a dot.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Fuck, wait a minute. This description sounds familiar.
It should be.
Did I see her in like a picture or something? Fuck. What was it in? This was like a session ago or something.
Yeah, this is last session. You did
What's-
you did
what's
see
the
her in a
description?
picture. She has lavender hair, purple hair, and purple eyeliner. And she has a mark beneath one of her eyes.
It was a
What's
torn
that? Wait, what
photograph.
session are we on?
I think we
Are
were
we on
on
7?
There was a
probably.
torn photograph in our evidence of a girl with black eyeliner, purple lipstick, violet hair, in a hospital Johnny. Something written on there. V is for Violet.
That's correct.
Is it okay? And the so this girl like perfectly matches that description.
Yeah, she looks exactly like her. And she's just like
What is
she's
she doing?
she looks
like,
she looks to be the only, like, these look to be maybe like mental patients, because a lot of them are like banging against the wall, or they're like wandering around not really paying you any mind, or they're speaking gibberish, but she's the only one that appears to be somewhat with it. And she's just on the ground, legs crossed, and she has a book open and she's just reading it.
Good luck, gents. I gotta head out.
Thanks for
All
coming,
right.
dude.
Later, Caleb.
Peace.
Night, dude. Can we see the
Excuse me,
book title?
Excuse me, Mr. Castaigne, can we stop here for a second?
Oh, of course. Yeah, you see the book title is Shards. It appears to have like a city skyline on the outside of it. Written by an author named Alyssa Richards.
You wish to speak to one of these dregs? Very well. I'll wait for you a little further down.
He has his cane and he's like limping his way over.
He's your like very opinionated grandpa.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a weird. Is she like a thin, like lithe sort of
Yeah.
person?
I'll show you what she looks like.
Ooh. Violet.
She looks to be Hispanic. On the probably the average height-ish for women, but really thin, like rail thin. And I'll reveal her on the board as well.
Because I was just imagining this like sight of Reagan, who is like a large, bulky person already, but he's dressed up in like all of this intimidating gear, and he kind of just squats down in front of her. Violet?
Her eyes turn up. And this is what's your humans? It's super low, right?
Yeah, it's low.
Okay, you don't notice this. She just looks up. And she's like, "What? What do you want?"
Now, I don't know if... I don't think you know me, but
I've seen you.
you have.
Yeah, aren't you at the annex? Never mind. What do you want?
Well, I just, I can't explain it really, but I just feel like I know you. I'd seen a photo of you before, and I just could finally put an actual living person to the picture.
That didn't sound weird at all.
You took a photo of me?
I didn't
There
take
it
a photo
is.
of you. I
Creepy fuck.
found a photo of you.
Look, what do you want? You want to know me? I'm Violet. Valencia is my real name. Look, you should really get back before the orderlies come for you. I'm just saying.
Ooh, that would imply that I'm kind of a whack job. Wait a minute. Sorry, I think... Sorry, this is also strange to me. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'm new to this place, and I was just wanted to ask what you could tell me about it.
What about the hospital?
Yes. About the hospital.
As far as I know, it's, one of the typical Imperial Institute of America places. It's run by Dr. Friend, who I'm sure you know, and his army of orderlies, the worst of which is Mr. Ed. He's a scary guy. Don't like him very much. Yeah, I mean, we're all just schizos here in Carcosa.
Oh. Oh.
Are you trying to find Abby?
How did you know? That's exactly who I'm looking for.
The orderlies moved her up to 6. I'm not sure if you knew.
Well, actually, I was heading up there by coincidence.
That's not a good idea. She's Gonzo. You understand? Gonzo.
Even so, I do have to try to talk to her. It is my job.
All right. But one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I heard something that I haven't heard the building before. Carcosa. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I thought this was the McAllister building.
No, Carcosa, the annex. Carl's.
Has it always been?
Yeah.
Has it always been Carcosa?
As far as I know. Carlsbad County Schizophrenics Annex.
Oh, interesting.
That was when my parents put me in here, though. They might have named it something different by now. Can't keep track of shit anymore. Look, if you're one of those guys who likes to play secret agent, like they're from some secret government organization, I think one of your guys is not far from here. I think he tried to go up to 6'2", but one of the orderlies got him.
Oh yeah, what was his name?
I think he said his name was Vega.
Vega's also a name that I recognize, I think. Well, thanks for the heads up. I'll try to, keep out of the way of the orderlies. Are they in uniform?
Yeah, you'll know. You'll see him coming. Thanks for, not being a total a-hole.
And thank you for being so helpful. I'll try to be, a little less of a creep, as you put it, in the future.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Alright, go return to Mr. Castaigne, who has kept a wide berth of the, of the schizophrenics.
Yeah, one last detail, because her alertness is so high. You see that she's using a Tarako card as a bookmark. And it seems to be of the exact same collection that you found La Torre in.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
That's just because you have like a nutty alertness.
Okay, and oh, one more thing. Looks like you have you're using a card there as a bookmark. Which one is it?
Oh, well, if I hand this to you, it's your fortune, So I'm a medium. I talk with spirits. And if you see this, it means this is going to come to pass for you.
So it's my choice whether or not to receive it from you?
Yes.
To see it?
If I draw this and hand it to you, that's it. That means you were meant to have this. Or you could fuck off and not find out. I don't care.
Well, I think I met you here for a reason, so humor me.
She flips it over and you see the Tarako card for the Fool.
Of course it's the fucking Fool.
I guess this means you're dumb or something. She just hands you the card.
I didn't need my fortune told to tell me that.
No, I'm just kidding. It means, new beginnings, having faith in the future, not knowing what to expect, beginner's luck, improvisation. That's the proper reading.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad. I'm assuming I could have gotten a much worse card.
Yeah, you could have got the devil or death or something. I don't know what those mean, but... Well, I do, but each meaning is different. The Fool is actually the first card in the deck. And she takes out a whole deck of them that she has, and she takes a new one and just slots it in as her new bookmark.
Well, thank you for the reading and the new beginning. And he holds up the card, just...
No problem. Hey, I guess I'll see you at the library maybe sometime.
I'm sure you will. Until next time.
See ya. She goes back to reading her book, Shards.
okay.
Are we going or
I guess-
what? I'm waiting.
Yes, sorry. Thank you for waiting.
You turn. You make another right turn down the end of this hallway. You actually pass by a room that says projector on the outside. It's like stenciled in lettering. And you hear the sound of like what you can only presume to be like a theater projector going behind the door. And he's like, oh, we're getting close. And you walk down this hallway, and in the center of the hallway is this man in his 30s tied down to a medical table in the middle of an otherwise normal hallway. Also looks to be in a hospital, Johnny. This is what this guy looks like.
Oh man, he has a picture. Okay. Is he just staring, not really doing anything?
Yeah, he appears to be mumbling to himself, but he also can't see you from where he's positioned.
With my alertness, can I pick up on like what he's saying in his mumbles?
Yeah, that's a good point. You probably could. The room, it's gone. The mirror. Fuck the mirror. Don't use it. Don't trust it. Just wait. Someone will come. They'll send a team out. They'll find you. Just stay safe. Don't resist. Wait till they find you. And it's just like similar things to that over and over.
Okay. Not gonna stop this guy because other than his random mumblings, he doesn't like really ring a bell to me.
Okay, so you're just gonna walk past him?
That sounds like a DM question. So you just walk past this guy?
Well, he is like kind of obstructing the hallway. That's why I asked. You have to
okay,
sort of go
okay,
around
so
him.
I suppose so.
Okay. As soon as you
Wait,
start
wait,
to
wait. There was a painting. Session 2. Called The Twins. Of a young man in a hospital, Johnny, with wispy blonde hair looking at his deformed reflection in the mirror.
Ooh, that's a good catch.
And this guy's also rambling on about a mirror, so
Yeah, that's a good catch. I will say this guy does not look like that guy in that painting, but he has the same exact type of hospital Johnny on.
okay.
You guys actually
he is like warning about a mirror. Don't use the fucking mirror. Like don't trust the mirror.
Yeah, and you guys actually met. Well, Levsner did. The reflection, the deformed face guy. That's Mr. Wild on your evidence board.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep. So you met
Can
one
we
of the
push
reflections.
this guy like to the side and just like sneak around him?
Yeah, and as you do so, he lunges out at you. He's restrained, so he can't get very far. But you see, he's like heavily restrained, and he's like, "Help me! Help me! Please! I'm Vega. Agent Vega."
Oh. It's too late for him.
Day at the races. Day at the races.
Day of the races.
Please, oh fuck, please. Do you know what that
Is that
means?
a reference to the other campaign?
You know that's your activation word for Delta Green.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Um,
Vega, is that your name or call sign?
Call sign. Please fucking help me. Are you with the program? Do you know what that means?
It means we've involved ourselves in this case before.
Okay. He seems like kind of
I'm think-
relieved. Like it seems like you do know.
I'm thinking in my mind or after. In Seth's mind, not in Reagan's mind.
how long have you been here, Vega?
Too long. Look, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you my real name. I just need out of here. I'm Michael Whitwer. I'm a DEA agent.
Oh.
And I need to get the fuck out. You have to help me.
All these names sound so familiar.
Check the evidence board.
Michael Mashinovich.
I'll give you a hint. It's top right.
Oh, I assume out. Oh, the past
Oh, I'm
Ticket.
not zoomed out enough either. Oh, he is from the future. I was also too zoomed in. Vinny. I couldn't fucking see the flight ticket. Oh my god.
Please, help me. We have to get the fuck out. Don't you realize what's going on here? This is a fucking trap. If we keep doing operations in here, we're gonna get fucking captured. My team is gone. Fucking dead. Now we need to work
What
together,
happened?
or we're gonna die.
What happened to it?
Reagan's gonna take his like combat knife out from like the sheath on his back and like start cutting off the straps.
As soon as you start to cut them, the floor begins to shake
Oh, the orderlies.
and open, and the floor the table begins to retract slowly into it. He's overcome with fear and shaking. He's like, "No, help me, please!" And he starts to descend into darkness below. The floor opens up like a zipper, and you see him start to descend into the darkness. You see a pale face below with empty eye sockets looking back up at you in a nurse's uniform. This is what you see below.
Oh my god, it's fucking
no.
Silent Hill.
Oh,
And I'll have everyone first give me a sanity check.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat another failure, I'm sure. Oh, good. I didn't roll first. Oh, I lived.
Okay.
oh no.
Okay. So Reagan, you're gonna take 1 point of sanity damage. Vigo, you're gonna take 2. This could be a breaking point, unless you want to project.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. That's
I'm-
crazy.
How bad are the consequences of like taking a mental illness
You gain a mental disorder,
or mental disorder?
which are like really hard to get rid of. But you're not gonna die or anything, or it's not like you're missing half your HP. Like it's not an issue. It's not a now issue. It's more of a long-term issue.
Are some like less severe than others, or are they all kind of like just bad?
They're all pretty bad, but
Oh.
like they have triggers which are affected whenever you encounter stimuli that trigger it. So yeah, I mean, I think it probably would be logical to project if you can, but if you don't want to risk that, like, totally fine to just take it. You'll just gain a mental disorder.
And so mechanically, what happens to my breaking point if I project it or take the mental disorder?
Yeah, so right now you are at, let's see, you're at 70 exactly.
No, I'm at 16.
So-
I went down from 7, or my breaking point.
Yep, so you're gonna have to, if you project, you'll roll a d4. You'll have to get a 2 or above not to gain a disorder.
Oh, so I can project it and still get a disorder.
Yeah, but you'd have to like roll a 1.
Yeah, I guess I'll project it to my brother.
Okay, so first things first, you can roll a d4.
And is this what is subtracted from the bond too?
Yes. And also from your willpower. Okay, perfect. So you're not going to take any damage. That's amazing. Here, I'll put you back at 70 here. And you're going to subtract your brother by 3.
Yep, so he's at 7 now.
And you're going to subtract your willpower by 3. So now you're at 9.
Oof. Yeah.
And willpower is scary. Once you get low on willpower, you start to like basically have a panic attack. And so seeing this happen, Vigo, this bed just descend into the darkness and this nurse look up at you, just like threatens to crack your psyche.
And look, there's no one else freaking out right now?
Well, all of you just see this happen. It's like it falls into the darkness and this thing just grabs it. You see she has a scalpel in her hand and she starts to move him very quickly away into the darkness. So what would you all like to do?
Fucking get a move on, I guess. Fuck, that's too scary, man. I'm not jumping in down that hole. Sticky fingers.
Okay, so you guys are trying to flee.
Does the night manager react, or he's just like neutral? He has no
Uh,
reaction. to this?
Fucking newbies.
He looks down and he's like, he just laughs a little bit.
Oh man.
The night manager at least starts to just keep moving.
Yep, I'm gonna like essentially go into like a slight jog to catch up to him, and then continue walking with him.
Okay. He opens up a set of double doors, and you see it's an entire, like a huge ballroom, it looks like. You see there are marionette couples that are swaying and dancing in the darkness, and their strings appear to go up to the ceiling. You see marionette waiters that are bringing empty glasses to tables of marionette revelers. And a marionette band is playing something, a very discordant melody under the stage. And they're all just operating very robotically. First things first, unfortunately, another round of sanity checks from you guys as you see this.
Oh, we're getting punished.
Always punished.
Oh wait, so does this mean that no matter what oh wait, okay.
You can
You
keep
could succeed.
projecting as well.
Oh, but yeah.
Okay, so Levsner and Vigo. I'll do Levsner first. 4 sanity. That's awful.
I lose 4 sanity.
Yep.
Oh god.
Kyler, you want to know how much sanity I've lost this session?
How much?
7.
Oh my god. Just keep in mind too, if there's a sanity loss that you don't want to take, you can subtract it by a d4 and just decrease one of your bonds by that much. So just tell me if you do you want to.
No, we're taking it.
Okay, I like that. It's very.
You're gonna end up killing Levster, but it's fine.
Okay, have you hit your breaking point?
What's breaking point?
That is.
Your breaking point's probably the same as mine. It's like 68.
No, not yet.
Oh, you're getting close though.
It's under your current sanity points.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 68. Yeah.
So you have not hit yours. I'm gonna roll for you, Vigo. Do you want to project again?
I think I'm gonna take a mental illness this time.
Oh. Okay, so you're going to go down to, what is that? 66.
Oh
yeah. Your breaking point, I'll just do it real quick. Your power. Okay, so that's going to be 56 is your new breaking point. So 10 less. As you start to get extremely nervous. But it's weird. You don't feel like the overcoming sense of like dread that you would if you saw this maybe in the outside world. You just kind of accept it for what it is, even though you're scared by it. And they're just moving around in the dark, just like shifting here and there, like mechanically offering things to each other. And the night manager is like, You want to go upstairs? Yes, follow me. This way.
This is fucked.
Yeah, this is a nightmare realm, whatever this is. And he starts to maneuver through the dark. Would you guys like to follow him? You probably will have to soon, or you're going to lose him amongst the marionettes.
Yeah, I don't want to linger here.
Gonna
any longer than I
take
have
like
to.
the tactical flashlight and light the way.
Okay, you move through. Occasionally one of the marionettes stops on its track when you like walk in its path, and then it goes around you. And you make it to a set of stairs. He starts to head up the stairs up to the next floor. And as you get up, it's another wide hallway, 10 feet wide. And he walks by a room where it sounds like people are having loud, like, just loud sex. Just something passionate is going on in there. And he takes his can and he wraps it. And he's like, keep it down in there, you two. I have other paying customers here. Other tenants.
I would say get a room, but you already have one.
And he continues walking. Suddenly, these two figures in hospital Johnnies, like, run across the hall. There's like a T intersection that you're coming up on. Run across the other perpendicular hallway ahead of you, and part of the drywall explodes in a shotgun blast. And you see 3 men in gas masks appear to be chasing them away. And they run. Couple shots, it seems like they got him. And then they turn, seeing all of you. And one of them just like pumps the chamber, and the 3 of them start to head towards you. I'll have you tell me in this moment what you're gonna do, because this is gonna be like a split-second decision. The three of them are
Shoot
armed.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
See,
two.
that's a
Fucking
natural
shoot them,
reaction.
dude.
Okay. Yeah, the two options really are like fight or flee in this moment. But these are what these masked men look like.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so creepy.
And they look oddly very similar to that man you saw with the oil drum that was burning something. Vigo.
Oh, like in the hazmat suit?
Yep.
There's also something on the map that said like dead man with gas mask or some shit.
Yep.
So
There's
they must
three
be
of
like
them?
part of some sort of faction.
After these thundering reports of shotgun blasts, the three
What
of them.
is Mr. Castaigne doing?
You look.
Dancing?
You look, and he appears completely unfazed. Completely unfazed, even as one of these guys takes his shotgun and blows him away with it. Mr. Castaigne goes flying against the wall. He has a hole in his chest, and he slumps down, dead. And the three of them start to move towards you as additional targets. So we are all fighting. Is that correct? What's Levsner doing?
Yeah, no, Lev is gonna fight.
Okay, I'm gonna change the music. I haven't gotten to use combat music yet, but so this is gonna be fun.
Brother. This is crazy. I'm scared.
Three large men with shotguns start to make their way towards you. I'm gonna pull up their stats real quick. Oh, I got them here. Perfect. What are everyone's dex scores?
50.
50.
Everyone's 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess they got the jump on you then. This is gonna be very scary.
Oh shit.
GG, everybody.
You see, the front man, he has his shotgun. He's just blown Castaigne away. He pumps the shotgun, and you see the shell goes back into the gun, and he pumps it again. Uses the same round that he just killed Castaigne with. And he's first going to turn towards, we'll say Reagan, since you're in front.
Okay.
You can choose if you'd like. If this round you would like to dodge the shotgun, you can essentially like open one of these doors and like jump in a room to try to hide, but that will be your action this round. So I'm going to ask you first
Oh, okay.
because this guy is intending to shoot you. So you can either like dive into a room or you can take the hit.
I do have decent dodge. It's like a 50-50 chance for it to work.
Where do you see
And
your
what does dodge like
in the
compose
skills.
something on?
Oh.
Is it like
it-
Call
it
of
is-
Cthulhu where you just
I think it is a skill.
Yeah.
Let me know if you guys can
well,
see
like
it though.
what does it
That's above
what
drive.
does it do?
below
Like
disguise.
does it give him like a penalty die? Does it mean he won't hit me? Is it like contested like in Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah, so let me just make sure because I think it is. Okay, so your dodge is going to be against the attack roll. If your roll overcomes the attack, your agent avoids harm. So you'll have to beat him.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I'll have to beat him. Shit. Fuck it, we ball.
All right, give me a dodge.
Nope.
Okay,
Impressed.
but he could also fail. So we shall see. I'm gonna roll in the open. So he is gonna have to get under 40.
Woo!
Which he does.
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna roll damage for the shotgun now. It's gonna be 7 damage to you.
Alright, that's reduced by armor, right?
Yes, actually.
Just reduced by your armor rating.
Yep. So
It's reduced to 1 damage.
let's go.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, you do have
Good
like,
thing I'm wearing all this shit.
yeah. I mean, you do have attack vest. So you get shot and it hurts like hell, but you're still alive. Like there's like hot lead, and you get pushed back into one of the doors, but you're still alive.
That's less damage than that guy did when he fucking punched me in the face in the second session.
Okay. One
Just
of the
like
oth-
I feel like it's like the wind getting knocked out of him, you
Yeah.
know? Like even if you're wearing Kevlar, like it still fucking hurts.
Oh yeah, it hurts like hell. And like one of the doors nearby flies open. There's like an empty room next to you. One of the other guys turns towards Levsner and is like, "Another door, another broken record." Blows you away with the shotgun. So you can either roll dodge or you can take it, so you can act on this turn as well.
Let's see. My dodge is 30%, and I have 9 HP, so I will not be taking the risk of the shot because you could just kill me. I'm gonna dodge into the room.
Okay, yeah. One of the doors is flown open,
Come on.
littered
on,
with
Ryan.
buckshot. Yeah, give me a dodge roll.
Let's see if this
We're
works.
rolling very high this session, so come on, give us some
You guys have been rolling very high. I've been taking every single failure. I have 3
No,
things
we've
lit
all
on
been
the
rolling high. High is bad.
Okay.
I'll remind you guys, you can also push if you'd like.
You
Um,
can push in Delta Green.
Yeah. The only time it doesn't apply, well, technically you can't push at all in Delta Green, but I'm adding that as a house rule.
Oh, okay.
I am just gonna make it a house rule where you can push at the cost of 1d6 willpower. So if Lesnar would like to,
combat.
yeah. So if Lesnar would like to roll again, it just will cost you 1d6 willpower. And yeah, if you fail,
And
it'll
what if
just
you
have
fail?
yeah. So if you fail, it'll be considered an automatic hit for the opponent.
No, I'll just. Yeah, I won't push that.
Okay. So this guy takes his shotgun. He's going to try to shoot you as you run to dodge. He's going to have to get under a 40, which he does not. Part of the drywall just explodes as these guys move in. Third guy is going to try to target you, Vigo. Would you like to dodge or take the hit to try to act this
If I
turn?
don't dodge, is there a chance he still misses?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take the hit.
Okay. Once again, under 40. Fails.
Hey, shoot that fucker.
Yeah, so he actually tries to shoot at you, and just where you're positioned, it like misses, but you're still out in the hallway, so you can act this turn if you would like.
I will take a shot. I mean, I need to get under 40 as well, but I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay. Ooh. Would you like to push?
D6.
Yeah,
willpower?
essentially, if you get another failure, I'm gonna rule he gets like a free shotgun attack on you.
I'm not gonna push then. Too risky.
It is risky.
I mean, he missed the first time, so it would just be like you getting shot once.
Nah, no.
And this guy misses you, and you miss him, and he's like, feels like yesterday. And just starts to move towards you. Okay, so new round. They're all going to act again. And actually, oh, you already did your action with the firearms this turn. Yeah, so first guy's going to once again move. He's actually going to move towards, I think, the room where Levsner is. By the way, everyone can subtract 1 willpower because you're in the middle of combat, high stress. So every round this goes on, you're going to lose 1 willpower.
How do you gain willpower back again?
Through sleep and through interacting with bonds, you can regain willpower. This guy, he turns in. He's illuminated by the hallway. And he's going to try to shoot his buckshot in at you, Levsner. So would you like to take the hit or dodge? Oh, I should describe the room as well. You see the bed is covered with blood and like shards of chromed metal. There's like an old syringe on a nightstand. And there's like a leather valise by the bed, which looks to be like, the bed looks to be very like unmade and like unkempt.
I'm gonna take the hit this time so I can actually try to do something.
Okay. All right, so you can. All right, I'm just gonna roll against their firearms. Success. Well, but you're gonna subtract your armor from this, so it won't be as terrible as it could be.
What's that? It's just normal. It's tactical. It says I have 5 in parentheses. That damage reduction.
Yeah, so you're gonna subtract it by 5.
Are you fucking me right now?
Oh my god.
So you're gonna take 6 damage.
Are you fucking me right now? Okay.
Yeah, this guy nails you in the leg with a shotgun. And there's blood that's now coursing onto the ground. Maybe you're like trying to grab like the leg of the bed as this guy is standing over you. That will take us to the second guy who's going to try to finish off Reagan, who's on the ground. He's going to come up. He's going to try to put a round in you. Would you like to dodge or take it?
Fuck no, I'm taking it.
Okay. He needs to get under 40. Success. Oh boy.
Hit me, you bastard. You're making me angrier.
So that's gonna be 5
so
to you.
reduced to 4 to me. I have a total of 6 armor.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright. Because we gotta fucking fight back eventually.
This is true. And your guide is now dead. You see he's slumped against the wall. There's blood coursing down. So last guy is once again going to try to hit Vigo. Also a success. This is
Oh my
unfortunate.
God. Tyler's rolling hot tonight.
I know. First combat too. This is crazy. Oh boy.
And last one, apparently.
I guess this is kind of a cheat because I should have asked you if you wanted to dodge or whatever before, but you can choose if you'd like to.
Tank it. I was gonna tank it.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
Well, you have the choice now.
no.
Would you like to tank or would you like to dodge?
Well, if you get, I guess I'll dodge then.
Okay. All right, so you can give a dodge roll.
Oh, baby!
Oh, actually, I take it back. The example in the rules actually has someone rolling or deciding after they see the roll of the opponent. So I'll rule with that because I think that's a little bit more kind as a GM.
Ooh.
So,
Oh,
and that'll help you guys out, I think, tactically.
that's nice.
So success. Yeah, you open the door into another room just to avoid this shot that like rings out, booms down the hallway. Part of the door explodes, but you jump in and you see another room that appears to be pristine. like bed made, pillows, everything, but there's a huge like crack in the wall that looks to lead to like some sort of underground tunnel. We will go now to those who didn't dodge. So Levsner, we'll start with Rattlesnake first because I feel like combat is his domain. What does Rattlesnake do?
I'm assuming this guy's like getting closer and closer to Reagan.
Yeah, he's standing over you and he says, "Game over."
For you, fucker. Just points the barrel of the M16 up towards him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's already acted, so he can't dodge either.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what happens if I click the rifle instead of my firearm skill. It says it's tied to the firearm skill, so I'm just curious. I rolled an 80, exactly, which is a success.
Hell yeah, let's go. Are you going full auto, or are you going just single shot?
What's the difference between using them?
You're probably going to want to go full auto here because it's a lethality roll, which is if you roll under a 10, you automatically kill him. On a D100.
So I roll another D100 if I go fully auto.
Yeah, but I'm actually going to have you roll it as 2 D10s because if you don't get under 10, the 2 D10s are added together for the damage. So it's a lot more.
Oh. Shit. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll go fully auto.
Okay, so roll a D10 and then roll another one, like, separately.
Alright, so the first one's, like, the tens place.
Yeah.
7... and 6, so 13 damage.
13. You take your M16 and you just put like 6 holes in him and he just falls back dead. He's bleeding out in the ground, but he appears to be expired.
Reagan hops up onto his feet, just spits on the guy.
Hell yeah.
And then turns back towards where he had seen the one guy enter the room with Levsner, and that's where he'll go next round, I suppose.
Yeah, so we'll go to Levsner next. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot him with my revolver.
Okay.
Oh, shocker. Anyway,
Cool. Okay, you could push it if you want, but I won't.
no.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. New round. The guy that's in the hallway with the mask turns. Or sorry, actually, this guy would be. Or no, yeah, I'll say the guy who was going after Vigo turns, seeing you just like timed his buddy in the middle of this hallway, and he's like, "Motherfucker!" And he just loads and shoots. Dodge, or would you like to brace this?
No dodge, sir.
Or actually, I guess I'll roll first and let you decide, because that's how it
true.
works. All right, so he needs to get under 40. Failure. In his nervousness, like the wall past you explodes, but he misses you. Other guy is going to attempt to shoot Levsner again. Also a failure. Lesnar, you see that one of the pillows above you just explodes, and now there's like feathers floating everywhere and like bits of like cloth. And you see underneath the bed near you, now that you're like sort of low and like crawling away, there are 2 shotguns tucked beneath the bedspread.
Why?
You also see they're next to that valise I described previously.
Is it Levsner's turn to act, or what?
So we got. Yeah, we can start with you. You guys have all the same score, so we can start with you this round. They both acted.
Is it an action to grab the shotgun and fire, or is that one action?
I can include that as one action, yeah. Just grabbing it and shooting. You won't be able to check if it's loaded or not.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna try to grab it and pull the trigger.
Okay.
Or actually, can I grab it and smack him across the head with it? Like pull it, like it's like just bludgeon him across the head.
Yeah, I like that. So that sounds like either a melee weapons or an unarmed combat to me. So you can roll either of those.
Unarmed. Where's the melee?
It's in like the middle column, sort of in the middle.
Oh, okay. Unarmed combat success.
Nice. Okay. So you can roll 1d6. Okay, yeah. So you said you're trying to hit him on the head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of knock him aside. He sort of flies against the wall. He still has a shotgun, but he appears to be like very much discombobulated by that.
Nice.
You've done some damage to him as well. We'll go next to Vigo. You see the guy that was at your door turns and tries to fire at Reagan. You don't see whether he hits him or not, but you're backing up into this room, and you see there's this like crack in the wall. What would you like to do?
No, I want to go attack him. Can I make a melee attack with my crowbar?
Yeah. Yep. Just roll unarmed
try
combat
that.
or melee weapons, whichever.
Because I have slightly higher melee weapons than firearms.
Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm gonna check.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna check something real quick.
Your crowbar.
Like,
You're the goofy guy from the Call of Cthulhu campaign.
Okay.
oh man.
So an attack roll that fumbles is bad news. The exact outcome remains up to the handler and can include, and it gives me a bunch of options. I'll let you choose.
Can you push a fumble?
I don't think you can actually. Now that I think about it.
No, worth it.
Yeah, but so you can choose to either have it drop on the ground, and you'll need to take a turn to like pick it back up. Essentially, like you'd try to hit him, and it'd fly out of your hand onto the wall, and you'd have to like run up and grab it again. You can choose to accidentally hit an ally, so you'd go up and hit probably Reagan, or you can choose to stumble and fall.
I will. I'll stumble and fall.
Okay. You stumble and fall into the ground, which is like not uncommon in like fights. You see, he just like he hears you and he anticipates your movement, and you go and you swing at him and you just fall onto the ground. You come right up next to the dead guy, and you see that beneath his mask, his skin looks to be like gray and withered, like he's been dead for like decades. Maybe not decades, that's a bit much, like months.
Ugh.
That will take us back to Reagan.
Shaking in your boots there, huh?
Okay. So you're gonna make wait. Yeah.
They first make the firearms check, right?
Yeah, first is firearms.
That's a success.
Nice.
And then I'll roll the d10s.
Yep.
That is 11 points of damage.
Exactly what you needed. All right, yeah, so tell me how you light this guy up.
It's really just he sees this guy like completely with him, kind of just goes, and then just fucking with like he probably didn't even need to go full auto, just deadly precision, like very controlled burst, just blast him away.
Yeah, and we sort of see this from Halvor's perspective. Like, you look, and all of a sudden there are, like, 8 holes in the wall, and then you look and see, like, there are 8 holes also in his chest, and he just falls back. The shotgun goes scattering.
Oh, the M16 also has 3 armor piercing, by the way.
Okay, yeah, these guys don't have
So that-
armor,
what-
but
what-
that's
that-
good to
What
know.
does that mean? It ignores 3 points of armor? Is that what that means?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Sick.
Yeah, so this guy falls back, he slumps on the ground. And now it's just the one guy left that's after Levsner. You've knocked him upside the head, but he takes his shotgun back and he is going to try to blast you at like point blank range. So let's see if he gets it. Does not.
These guys are bad.
So I'll say for this, like, you go up, you hit him upside the head, and he is like trying to raise his gun, but you've essentially like concussed him a little bit. So you manage to make it up there before he actually is able to shoot you. So what would you like to do this turn? If you're there, Ryan.
Yeah. We're gonna actually try to shoot with the shotgun this time.
All right. Yeah, so you can give me a firearms roll.
I succeed. Chief is loaded.
Nice. It is loaded.
Yeah.
What I love about this, right? I'm imagining like you knock him aside and he is like raising up his gun and you just blast him while he's reaching. So you can give me 2d6. You can just roll 2d6 and we'll add them together.
8.
Let's fucking go.
Okay. You shoot him in the chest. He goes flying back. He's on the ground now, and you just hear him like gargling blood. Like he's clearly unconscious and like struggling to survive. Past a certain amount of hit points, you just go unconscious.
Oh, interesting.
So he's just bleeding out on the ground. And I forgot about it, but everyone can subtract an additional 3 from their willpower. Because there were 3 more
Oh my
rounds.
gosh.
And let me know when you get to 2 willpower. Because that's when it gets spicy. Oh, by the way, too, the middle tab, I added the Delta Green Compendium, so you can like look stuff up if you want to.
Nice.
Yep. So you can look up like the Agent's Handbook. You can look up any rule you might like.
Oh, that's sick.
You can look up combat. That's a part in there too. So in this case, let's see if it works. I'm gonna look up willpower. Yeah, willpower points. Yeah, so an agent who hits willpower 1 or 2 has an emotional breakdown. So none of you hit 1 or 2, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Good stuff. Yeah, so I'll change the music, but you guys have dealt with these enemies at least for now. But in the heat of combat and seeing these dead bodies, I'll have people make a sanity save against violence. Because you guys have just murked 3 dudes.
Sanity save against violence.
Nice.
Critical success.
Oh my god, I love
Oh,
Guess we're just a violent bunch.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like it just hasn't set in yet what you've done. And you know, like a lot of people in this place are like marionettes. So maybe you're like, these are maybe not even people. So as I change the music, what would you guys like to do? You are now alone without a guide on this floor.
With the critical success, Reagan like walks up into the room with Levsner, sees the guy like bleeding out on the ground, and just pops him in the head.
Yeah, his head just shakes in place, and then he's gone.
All right, anything on the bodies?
Yeah, would you like to search them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna fucking put a bullet through the unconscious dude's head.
Double tap.
but I will also search.
Okay. Two of the guys are carrying wallets. One of them has,
IDs?
yep. One of them has an identity card for someone named Eric K. Carter. And the other one has a identity card for Ronald Burback. And their identities from 1955. They have money, they have New York bus passes, and other items from the 1950s in their possession.
I wonder if multiple points in history for Delta Green are trying to take down this one stupid building. I feel like that's what it seems like right now. Like we're all running like an operation against it at the same time.
That would be crazy. Just crazy enough.
Just crazy enough, yeah.
Alright, nothing else of import. Did they come from a hallway that we were moving towards? You said it was like the perpendicular hallway that they emerged from.
Yep.
Is that where Mr. Castaigne seemed to have been leading us?
Yeah, the thing that sucks is you don't know which one. Like, because you guys were ahead of the...
I guess search Mr. Castaigne's body.
Oh, okay. Okay. This will be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Does he have anything useful for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Okay. Yeah, he does have something actually on him. This is funny. He has a couple things. You see he has a letter opener. And you see like he's put something on his chest and like wrapped it around himself with twine, almost like a makeshift like armor. And you see it's this like thick tome that he's keeping close to his heart. It almost looks like a Bible. And on the outside it reads, "The Imperial Dynasty of America."
Sorry, did I tune out at the wrong time again?
The only thing you missed was he has a book on him.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It looks like a Bible, and it's just called The Imperial Dynasty of America. It's funny because it seems like he wore it as some sort of protection, and the guy just shot him in the head, so it was completely useless.
The Violet also mentioned the Imperial Institute of America. So this must be this other dimensional fucking version of reality Carcosa fucking... I don't have much of a need for the book. But maybe one of you, if you're a little faster at reading than me, which I'm sure you are, might be able to get something useful out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hold on to it.
Looks like Mr. Castaigne won't be needing it anymore.
Yeah, I'll tuck it away.
Okay. It's like a leather bound folio of yellowed pages, and you just stuff it in as best you can. Actually, I think you probably have to hold it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it.
But yeah. What'd you guys like to do? There's a T intersection ahead of you.
What about the crack?
Is it possible to like? Does anybody have like decent first aid?
I have a. I don't know. I don't have first aid, but I have a first aid kit, so I don't know how that works. But I did bring that.
I do not have good first aid either.
Neither do
I just have the
Oh, shit.
default.
Yeah, so first aid. You can basically use your first aid skill, and if you succeed, you restore some hit points to them. I think it's like 1d4, but let me just check. Oh, actually, I can look it up in the compendium. Okay, actually, I take it back, actually. The first aid kit is if you have to be, like, resuscitated, basically.
Oh,
Okay.
well, still good to have.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh, wait. Stabilizing a wounded character with a successful first aid test immediately heals 1d4. A critical success doubles the amount healed. A fumble inflicts 1d4 damage. Once your agent receives...
But a normal failure doesn't do anything, it seems like.
Yeah. Once your agent receives first aid, success or failure, the agent can't benefit from it again until he or she suffers damage again. So actually you can heal a little bit if you'd like. Would you like to attempt first aid? I guess
we might as well try. I mean, we all have like a 10% chance of damaging ourselves further if we do fail.
Yeah, this is where it would have been clutch to have Harold, because this is his whole thing. Is just healing people.
Oh my god, this fucking bastard.
But it worked out very well since Caleb had to leave early, so.
Fuck it. We'll try it.
Alright, who are you trying it on?
Is it possible to like try to treat my own wounds?
It seems like it. Let me check. Yes. Yeah, you can.
Alright, normal failure. Nothing happens.
Yeah, it just hurts like hell. You know that.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, like you can't really do that much to hurt, to help yourself without going to like a hospital.
Hey, y'all don't think that, that nurse from earlier is friendly?
There was a nurse earlier.
The one that's like
Kind of a
wheeled the other agent away when he got sucked into
Oh.
the floor.
That's fine.
I actually have full health, so I will try to first aid McGee
Okay.
and try not to make it worse.
Okay. Hey, at least you'll get 1 point in your first aid skill at the end of the session.
That is true. Yeah.
I'm fine. I can survive. I'm only missing 5 HP.
Yeah, you see like his shoulder is like shot to hell. and you're just like picking out the shards, like the pellets from it, but you'll need a hospital to properly care for him. Would Levsner like to try anything, or is he gonna tough it out?
Levsner's gonna tough it out.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you bust out the first aid kit, and you're trying to assess things, but it does seem rather grim. You guys are all injured, very haggard, weakened, strained mentally. But you have a choice ahead of you: straight, left, or right. Or back, where you came from. That's also an option too.
Which way is the sixth floor? Did Reagan
It's
remember,
it's
or
it's.
we were gonna?
I mean, it's in that direction where we either have to go straight, left, or right. Mr. Castaigne was leading us, so.
Yeah, let's just go straight.
Although he did mention something about having to go through the library, so at least that would be a sort of landmark that we'd pass, so we'd know if we're at least maybe going the right way. All right. Which way we heading?
Straight, I guess.
Straight it is. I guess we wouldn't want to go to the left because that's where these freaks came from.
Yeah, as you head up, you pass by this like T intersection. You see off to the
Yeah,
right.
definitely check the corners, like as we're entering this intersection. Like with his rifle. Just to like make sure that there's no more assailants waiting for us around the corner.
Yeah, the only thing you see is you see what looks like two dead bodies that are seemingly the people that these guys shot. Appears to be a man and a woman, both in hospital attire.
And what's down at the end of these hallways? Just like doors at the end of them, or?
Yeah, they appear like long, like hotel hallways.
And straight ahead.
Also a long hotel hallway that seems to end in a stairwell.
Nice. And based on how we've walked so far, what floor would we be on currently?
It seems like 3.
Okay. So I guess going up would be the choice. Yeah, straight ahead.
Okay. As you head down this hallway, you hear very faintly from one of the doors, like someone speaking or like chanting. And with your high alertness, you hear, "I do invoke and conjure thee, O spirit person, and being with power armed from the supreme majesty, I do strongly command thee."
I will be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off soon. But person. Would that be potentially spelled P-U-R-S-O-N?
That's correct.
Like on that, the symbol, on the edges of that symbol in the evidence board.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's even showing right now, but that is certainly a word that I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Oh yeah. So Person's some sort of like entity or spirit that he's beseeching, right? Based on like his prayer or whatever it is.
It seems like it. But yeah, you see that stairwell at the end of the hall up ahead of you.
I think we just need to get where we're going. try to have as few encounters as possible from this point onward.
Sounds good. Yeah, you head over. You see signs in like a language you don't understand. That seems to be like a hotel directory, but it appears to be gibberish.
Wingdings.
Wingdings. And do you guys head up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk up and you find seemingly an endless, sprawling complex of mahogany bookshelves. And it's so large that there are hallways and raised walkways in this library. There are no windows. It seems like there are just doors leading to more inner chambers. There are like galleries, stairs, walkways. No light in here. And you see on the ground there are just like dozens, if not hundreds, of books that are scattered. There's areas of like water damage and areas where like part of the ceiling has collapsed and books are bloated with water. So what would you like to do?
It's just like one single hallway, though.
No, it branches out like it's just like a huge library with like multiple
like
passageways
rows.
through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go through the library. Shit. I don't know, we can try the old maze trick of just sticking to one side. Like keeping to like one wall, like a right wall or a left wall, and just follow it and see where it brings us.
Does it seem like
Also-
a maze?
I
Or
mean, it
is it
seems
like-
just like a sprawling room. Is it like different paths, or is it just like rows of books?
Just massive rows of books.
Oh, okay, we
And-
can just...
Yeah.
we can just go through.
But there are also like stairs leading up to an upstairs, and there are like walkways above. So there are like different ways you could go, but
I think we should keep it simple and just push through the room and see what's on the other side.
okay. First thing you notice as you head up, there are a bunch of books and magazines that have been torn, scratched up, and piled in what looks like a huge nest. And piles of refuse lie scattered around this area. Long dried scraps of water ruined books, shards of broken glass. And does anyone have survival?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have you roll that.
Nope.
Not good survival. That's...
I mean, just the default.
Okay, you guys can roll if you want, but
Yeah, I
a,
guess so.
a successful type. Oh, that's very good. You find two very large prints that appear similar to those of a mountain lion.
The Manther.
the Manther.
Oh shit, there's some sort of big animal in here.
What?
Just, we gotta keep our eyes peeled. Looks like it might be a mountain lion even. They're used to pouncing their prey from behind, so let's make sure to watch each other's sixes, okay?
Okay, so you're gonna just keep pressing on?
Mm-hmm. I think with the additional knowledge that there might be something prowling around.
Okay. You see in the ceiling above there are these like strange metal slot tracks. Like this was intended for like marionettes to use. Like you saw before with the strings running up. But otherwise, the library appears to be vacant of people. You pass by an area that has debris, like someone was living here for a time. Like there's old food tin cans, like empty bottles of alcohol, and the remains of books that looks like were burned for warmth. And sometimes you find like the bones of animals that maybe got trapped in here. But as you continue to make your way through, are you going to use your flashlight to kind of maneuver?
Yeah, if it's dark in here, I think that would make sense.
Okay. And you're trying to be stealthy, right?
I mean, if, you know what, if it's a choice, then I guess, no flashlight, stealth.
Okay. You guys all huddle together and you start to make your way through. Who has the lowest stealth in the group?
Probably not me.
I have 10.
That is true. Okay, you can roll stealth. Okay. Would you like to push or would you like to keep it?
No, I'll keep it.
Okay. You start to hear something from one of the stacks. It sounds like the sound of like folding paper, but also like broken glass and like rusty nails, but also like a padding noise, like something is pushing it down, like a this like harsh crunching noise. What do you all do in this moment as you sense something is in the stacks right next to you and it's approaching?
Definitely turn on the flashlight and point my gun in that direction.
Flashlight goes over and you see something in between the stacks. You see a quadrupedal creature composed of dripping wet paper, like an ever-shifting papier-mâché beast. But its face looks like a maw of just broken glass, rusty nails, and razor blades that are sunk in the ruined husks of old, leather-bound books from this library. This is what this creature looks like.
It's the guardian of knowledge.
And all of a sudden, like Levsner, you just have this like breakthrough. This is what Danny was making.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, he was like obsessed with like lions or something, right?
Yeah, and he was tearing up paper for it.
And as you guys encounter this beast, I think that's where we'll leave off for tonight.
Shit.